The Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, you know. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 526.
Suck it.
Yes, and here joined once again, we have our friends from the Not for Human Consumption podcast. Welcome back, guys.
Hey, well, thanks for having us back.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
What's going on?
Not too much. We're going to get into the show really quick here, but before we do that, we have a few quick announcements for the audience. First one that we have here, there's a link down in the description for the Brave app. It's a new browser. It provides automatic ad blocking services as well as malware protection. It does not track your usage or report it like Chrome does. Oh. It's made from the Chromium framework, so it's very similar to Google Chrome, but it's totally open source, and you can help support the show by using our link to download it. We get a kickback for that, and if you would also be so kind as to use the browser to watch tonight's show. So when you download the browser, open it, and use it to watch the show. That helps us out tremendously. And just so you guys can kind of see, you know, what the browser's like, this is, you know,
you can download the
like.
browser. You can change the name of the browser to Drunken Peasants and put the homepage as the Drunken Peasants show, and then just automatically go there to watch. Just open that browser up just for Drunken Peasants.
I mean, and then eventually they're going to let you watch ads that you can use to give us money, similar to Twitch bits.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing new opportunity to help support the show.
Eventually, this currency, the BAT, Basic Attention Token, it will take over the American dollar, and we will all be millionaires.
It is affected by the crypto market, which isn't doing too well right now.
Not yet, but not until Drunken Peasants resurrects the crypto.
But at least check out the browser. If anything, just use it when you watch our show, because they're tracking to see if you download it, but they're also tracking to see if you use it at all. So if you at least just use it while you're watching DP, there you go.
A lot of people who have already made the switch say it was very easy, and they recommend it, just like Two Guns, No Ammo in the Patreon chat right now.
People like it when I say Twitch bits. Twitch bits, Twitch bits, Twitch bits. Yeah. Also, we have a new sponsor that starts today. You'll be seeing some ads that we cut for them later on in the show. It's Blue Chew. Support our new sponsor by checking out the link in the description below and use our code PEASANTS at checkout for an exclusive deal. And what is Blue Chew? Basically, it's for men who want to increase their sexual performance. Whether they already think they have issues or not, if you're already Superman in the bedroom, then this is literally just going to make you who's higher than Superman.
Higher than Superman? Actual Jesus.
It's the bone broth. You guys are right.
I'm down to try.
Give it a try. And if you take one and it just gives you a raging boner, and you'd like, just take a picture and DM it to Billy the Fridge's Twitter.
You don't need to do that. But the cool part about Blue Chew, all right, and this is something that Viagra and Cialis doesn't do, is Blue Chew is chewable.
Yeah, and you can just talk. You can just chat with a doctor through their fucking website.
It'd be like, hey,
you don't have to go into your regular doctor and be like, hey, I want boner pills.
Yeah.
You know,
so you couldn't chop it up and snort it then, huh?
I would not recommend that.
That's definitely not.
Use only as directed by a physician. I mean, they basically they just mail it to you, but you do talk to a doctor. You just do it through other means, through their website. Also, tomorrow at noon, we're doing our monthly Patreon only Discord hangout. noon Pacific time. Be there to talk to Billy and I and all the other fans that decide to show up. And it's not too late to sign up for it if you want to go to our Patreon. Also, someone earned everyone an extra private show. We're probably going to do that sometime at the beginning of February. So if you become a patron now, you'll be able to catch that. And we'll probably do some more things that involve us hurting ourselves or getting too drunk to walk and playing trivia or other shit. So don't miss that. Tomorrow, the Alter Perspective private show, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss that. That's going to be crazy. Check out the Animancer's Twitch. Animancer helps out DP and its sister shows a lot. He's the host of Underhaven. He's trying to get his Twitch channel affiliated on Twitch. So if you can go there and at least give him a follow, that's going to help him reach his goal and catch his next stream. And then one last announcement. We need someone who can talk faster than me to do these announcements.
We'll get the Micro Machine guy.
So 2 out of the 3 weekly post shows are private only. Only our patrons get to watch them. Oh, and our members. But tonight's post show is gonna be our one weekly that we do on Twitch. So after tonight's stream, we're all going over to Twitch to do some shit. We're gonna watch some videos and do some other fun shit.
Everybody can watch live.
A lot of the shit like that YouTube cracks down on us for, we're probably gonna move over to Twitch. Like,
It's a good idea.
that sort of content. So fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
You guys are busy.
Yeah,
Got a lot going on.
we do. So you guys didn't like the Royal Rumble.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course we didn't.
I'm not.
Absolutely not. No,
It
I
was a
really didn't.
full-on onslaught on my fucking intellect. I lost 18, 19 fucking IQ points at least.
Do you watch NASCAR
At
too?
least.
What's that?
Do you watch NASCAR like he does?
No,
Okay.
I'm not into NASCAR
Damn it.
either.
What's something you
Not
do
into-
watch?
I'm not into much organized sports at all.
Which is more low IQ, NASCAR or pro wrestling?
Pro wrestling. Because in NASCAR, at least you have to know how to turn a wrench.
Okay, so you don't need to know how to wrestle. I mean, like, okay, wrestle like the system they've come up with to do their performance. You don't think you have to like train and at least have some
Sure.
sort of athletic ability?
Sure you do.
Okay,
Sure.
Well, at least there's that.
No, I understand that it's like a form of entertainment or whatever. I can't wrap my head around it.
What's your preferred
It
entertainment?
never struck me once.
What's something you absolutely love watching?
Watching?
Grass grow.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, the original trilogy.
Okay.
And yeah, I get it. I'm a huge, I get it. I understand fandom, but you guys really,
Why
Well,
would
I'll tell you what the reason I like it is because it's nostalgic for me. I don't really like the new stuff as much as I like the stuff that was around when I was a kid.
That's what Dylan was saying too.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it must be with like adults that it's just you're still latched on what you got out of wrestling
Right.
when you were a kid. It
Right. And I mean, like, you know, and every now and then they sprinkle some of that nostalgia on, you know, they pay a guy who's 40, 50 years old to put the tights on again and, you know, make people like me feel like I'm, you know, 9, 10 years old again. And they-
well, then it's relatable then, because when I was a kid, I didn't watch wrestling, so
Right.
I just
Yeah,
do not get it.
yeah.
Yeah, so
there's no
so
nostalgia
that's
for
it.
me.
And a lot of us, a lot of wrestling fans my age, we don't really like the new stuff. We kind of watch it, and then sometimes they'll do those nostalgic throwbacks. And now there's a new wrestling company that's going to try to cater to my demographic more. That a lot of us are hoping will make it a lot better, like the way it was in the 90s, you know, or the 80s and 90s. Because, like, wrestling was very geared towards kids when I was a young kid. And then in the 90s,
Yeah.
it kind of grew with me and became edgier. So that by the time I was 17, 18 years old, they had people, like, fucking corpses and stuff in wrestling
Pretty cool.
storylines.
It was pretty cool.
They had a giant black man impregnate an 80-year-old woman, and
Wow.
she gave birth to a hand.
Well, it turned out the hand was just stuck there.
Fuck.
Literally.
You know, really?
Yeah, Mark
Wow,
Henry Mark Henry, who's like a 500-pound
World's strongest man.
Yeah, it's a power lifter.
He's got some of the world records for powerlifting.
In a storyline, they had him impregnate an 80-year-old woman, Mae Young, like a wrestler from the 50s.
Yeah.
And when she gave birth, it was a fucking hand.
What was a sex toy that was stuck up there?
Yeah, it was so weird, dude.
Do-do-do-do.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
You never knew what envelope they were going to push, too. It was always something crazy.
Sometimes it was worth watching, and sometimes it wasn't.
No,
I don't
of
watch
course.
right now either, but I grew up. I wanted to be a pro wrestler when I was a little kid.
I did a live stream of the Royal Rumble on my channel and had a pretty good view count during it, and it was just to hear me and other people talk about it. We were watching it live, but I wasn't showing it or letting people watching the stream hear it. Only the other people in my call could hear it and see it. And people just liked listening to us like talk about it, which was kind of weird. But it was the first.
Dave, we should have done that. We could have done like the anti-Royal Rumble stream.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was the first I had watched in months.
We were not
too.
getting any internet in that fucking in that place.
Oh no!
I could
There's
barely-
when you get a whole bunch of people all in one place like that, you guys are all using the same cell towers, and it cuts down on the bandwidth really bad. Oh, it was. Remember
There's no way
VidCon?
we could have done that.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna move it on to the news segment. Here we go. All right, so we're switching it up a little bit today. We're mainly going to cover print-based media articles. So here's the first one we have.
They say Prince dead.
Bill Cosby targeted by drone over prison.
Damn it.
And I love this Photoshop.
Are we sure that's a Photoshop?
Pretty good.
Is that the real
Targeted by
thing?
who?
This might be, because you can smuggle cell phones into prisons now. This might be a real picture. That's beautiful.
What's a pudding?
Damn it, Bill. Why are you so lovable? There's an eye in the sky over Bill Cosby, and Pennsylvania prison officials are pissed about it, TMZ has learned. Cosby got an uninvited visitor last week when a drone was flown over his home away from home, State Correctional Institute, Phoenix. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ the drone made the pass while Cosby was being escorted around the yard. He gets an escort due to his blindness. We're told prison security measures detected the drone, and SCI Phoenix was immediately placed under lockdown for a full day. Prison officials believe a media outlet sent the drone to get a shot of 81-year-old Cosby, who's going 3 to 10 years for sexual assault.
I thought it was longer than that. He could outlive
So did
that.
I.
He could outlive the 3, probably. You think he's going to outlive the 10?
No.
It's possible. How old is he? 81? I mean, yeah, plenty of people live to be over 100 years nowadays. So, yeah.
I wonder
I'm
how
eating that
blind he
prison
is.
food.
Yeah.
I don't. That poor man. Like, I mean, I know he did horrible things, but I mean, he's just gonna die in a fucking box.
He might.
But
Dude, he lived a life of lavish luxury for most of his life.
He lived
He
better
fucking
than-
drugged and raped people.
yeah, better than 99% of
Sorry.
the population for a long time, taking what he wanted from whoever he wanted. He raped other celebrities. Like, it wasn't even just random fucking people. He was getting over on other celebrities that couldn't speak up because of his position in Hollywood. It was like,
Yeah, Davey's a piece of shit.
Well, I
Get
agree.
with the program.
I agree. He did horrible things, but I mean, just imagine dying alone in a box.
not alone. He's got a fucking,
horrible
he's got a
shit.
seeing eye human. Because he's blind.
Yeah.
He's got a human to walk his ass
Really?
around.
He has a seeing eye.
Yeah, he's got an escort wherever he goes because he's blind as fuck.
So, do you think
I did not
someone...
know that.
You think whoever was operating this drone, it was their objective to catch Bill out and about?
Probably.
And if so,
Yeah.
how is it communicated? Because this isn't made public when they decide to let Bill out of his pen to go for a walk. You know,
He's in general population, isn't he?
he shouldn't be. He's disabled and elderly.
well, that's why they have an
But-
escort
well,
for him.
Well, he probably has like the same rec time every day, and people
Yeah,
just go into the
probably.
prison and finding out what time rec is, and they go, "All right, on Tuesday or whatever, we'll fly a drone up and we'll get him." So like News 3 or whatever the fuck is down there with a drone at that time going to pop a picture of his ass.
See, so TMZ's reporting on this. This sounds like something TMZ would do.
It could be, yeah. Oh, well, TMZ TMZ gets footage from like independent contractors, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of those paparazzi photographers are independent.
They're just trying
and
to
they sell the photos.
The photos
to the
videos.
highest bidder.
It says here it's unclear if the mission was a success. Their sources say that Cosby's attorneys were notified of the breach. And for the record, all Pennsylvania prisons got drone detection systems last year as part of sweeping security upgrades. And the state's Department of Corrections tells us that they don't discuss security matters. So we don't.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. Well, here's the thing, though. Prison guards discuss security matters unofficially for the right amount of money.
Well,
how does contraband even get into prison?
Drunk.
You know, like how do cigarettes and other shit, drugs? How else do they get into prison?
Are cigarettes even worth getting in there anymore? Like you just
not if you get caught with them.
Yeah,
but
like
that's
they
the give or
straight
take.
to the hard drugs.
Too.
Yeah.
And by the way,
like $1 a cigarette.
I think Manny sent us more barbecue.
Oh, my dude. Manny Man. Yeah, it's weird that we have drones now to contend with. I feel like drones are going to be a huge part of the future.
Yeah. And it's so weird because at first they didn't really have a licensing process or anything. Here in Washington, you need a license. And there's very specific places where you can't fly them, obviously near an airport, or a military.
Now I think it's an FAA regulation where you have to have an FAA license. Yeah, it's a federal thing.
The guy that did my last couple of music videos, he had to get his drone license and he had to go to pilot school, like actual pilot school.
Was it a big ass drone?
Well, it's like a commercial drone flying license, but he had to go learn like low level pilot fucking skills and shit. And aviation rules and laws.
Yeah, because I'm guessing for one of those little toy drones, you probably don't need that sort of training. But if it's
under a pound, you don't have to register it, right? Is that correct? Yeah, that's still legit. Yeah, if it's under a pound, you don't have to register it.
So these spy drones that can fly into some girl's bathroom while they're taking a dump, they don't even have to get registered.
Yeah,
so
under a pound.
Yeah, flies up into the toilet and like bites her in the butt. Gets her to jump up so you get better lighting. It's so messed up. I don't know why. I don't know why they sell these to people like me.
You're basically giving them instructions.
You sound like you could design one.
I mean, I don't want to be sitting next to Bill Cosby anytime soon. So
we'd like you. We're going to give you and at the time. Ta-da!
And I went out into the yard and they took my jello pudding. They took my cornbread and my jello pudding. Yeah. Bill Cosby's got an escort due to his blindness. I wonder how blind he actually is. Like, I imagine they just were like, look, tell motherfuckers you're blind. You'll get an escort all the time so people won't fuck
I bet when he found out that he was getting an escort, he was like, how much for the girlfriend experience?
Yeah.
How much for the GFE?
I never pay for the sex, just for the pills.
Oh,
fucking Bill Cosby, man. Who would have seen this coming like 15 years ago?
I was such a big fan.
Yeah.
He was the weird thing about it is like his stand-up comedy was mostly clean, like squeaky clean.
He would tell people not to use like the N-bomb and stuff, so he was my idol. And then
he'd tell jokes about bifocals and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Noah's Ark. That's one of his most famous routines that he ever did.
Yeah. I was a fat little kid, so I identified with anything fat, so I like held on to Fat Albert when I was a little kid. I was like, yeah, I really appreciate this cartoon. And then it turns out now
that's just like me.
Yeah, he's just like me. He's just fucking around. And then Bill Cosby got outed. And it's what sucks is it took what's the comedian's name? I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, and I love the guy. Oh, it took his comedy set.
Shit.
Well, a lot of people told jokes about it for years and years and years. I remember Dave Chappelle had a joke about it some decade. 15 years ago.
Talk about Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress, Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It wasn't until he did his live set and it like got around where people were like, wait a second, they're fact checking. They're like, this actually is real. And then, like, why isn't Bill Cosby in jail? And then more people came forward. Years before he was accused, or a year or so before Hannibal Buress' set came out, Janice Dickinson was doing shows on this TV station I worked for in Beverly Hills, and she just had like a moment on the TV station live where she just accused Bill Cosby of raping her one night, and it was like everybody thought she was crazy because like, oh my god, she's fucking psycho.
She
right?
was kind of loopy, like as
she
a
was kind of
person.
loopy.
Yeah. Oh
but,
no, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm
like,
just saying.
and then a year later, like Hannibal Buress came out and everybody else came out and was like, she wasn't just jumping in on an opportune time. This was like her live on TV. Someone asked her about Bill Cosby for some reason, or it got brought up for some reason. Maybe rape got brought up or something, and then she just straight up was like out of nowhere. It wasn't like an episode based on her having to come out. It just literally out of nowhere. She's like, he raped me. Bill Cosby raped me. And it's like, whoa, damn it. But
wow.
And how many people got confirmed that he had like fucked with them and like at least drugged them? It was quite a few, right?
I'm not sure the exact number. I just know it's been going on for decades, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I imagine he didn't take a lot of time off in between. I don't know.
I got away with one and just started doing it.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
It's so crazy.
I'm not a serial rapist. I'm not a serial murderer. I don't even eat cereal anymore because of this diet I'm on. So
He's so anti-cereal, you don't even do any of it.
yeah. So did I just see an eggplant emoji?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Benjamin.
No!
Benjamin.
Now.
Are you trying to? Are you trying to?
No.
Are you trying to slip these little icons in my mind? Are you trying to Cosby me with emojis?
Check this out. Yay, I'm so fucking glad I don't live in the Midwest anymore.
The latest forecast as brutally cold temperatures hit major cities. Chicago could see a wind chill of minus 50 degrees on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yep, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing flip flops right now.
Any of the Great Lake areas around the Great Lakes, they're fucked. They get that lake effect. The cold polar air flies across Lake Michigan and Lake Erie and Lake Ontario and just freezes everything. And 5 years ago, almost exactly 5 years ago, the last polar vortex happened. So now we're in the second polar vortex that I remember in my lifetime.
The second.
That shit like broke windows and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was negative 25 degrees where I lived. I lived in Columbus, Ohio. It was negative 25 degrees. It was insane.
No way.
Major cities, including Chicago and Minneapolis, already covered in snow, may come to a standstill as brutally cold temperatures hit. It's technically summer in Antarctica, and it's warmer there this week than in Chicago.
Jesus.
The Southeast is also seeing snow and freezing temperatures, and soon the awful wind chills will also strike the Northeast. In Chicago, doctors at Northwestern Memorial Hospital have already seen individuals who have lost fingers because of the current temperatures.
Yes.
Dr. George Champus
negative
told
10,
us.
they say you got like 15 minutes before you start to get frostbite.
Yeah, like you don't even
that's bare skin.
You don't take your pets outside for longer than like 5 minutes. You know, you never leave a pet outside in this type of weather.
And they say that they expect the number to rise, calling this week's freeze unprecedented and dangerous. I wonder how many people are really going to fall victim to this by the end of it. Like,
people die anytime there's extreme weather. Someone dies. Usually, old people or very young people.
Yeah,
or homeless people.
Right.
Which is sad because those are the cutest ones. Old and young and homeless. They just don't want to pinch their cheekies.
Yeah, actually, I saw this.
73 today where I'm at.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I saw this. This is the Lansing State Journal, Lansing, the capital city of Michigan. The Michigan government shutting down Wednesday because of cold weather. The state government
of Michigan government is shutting down
because of cold weather this coming Wednesday.
Are you sure?
So tomorrow.
Are they trying to build like an ice wall?
I hope they build it all around their whole fucking state.
Yeah.
I don't think no government shut down
that
so you build a wall.
I'm not a fan of Michigan.
Ben hates Michigan with a passion. He grew up basically like what?
Right on the border.
10 miles from Michigan?
Yeah.
It was very close. And so
like the city I grew up in,
those guys.
The city I grew up in, there are northern suburbs of the city I grew up in that are in Michigan because it's like right on the state line.
Okay.
and they've been fighting over that plot of shit land for what 100 years.
They fought over it for a short period of time. There was the Toledo War.
Yeah.
And ever since then, now it's the sports ball rivalry.
Yeah, which is like fighting. It's like fighting, except they settle it
It's
with college
football.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rivalry
And it-
still exists.
Yeah. And Michigan hasn't won in 8 years. And they've only won once in the last they've only won once or twice in the last 20 years. So they're garbage. Let's move on.
Ben, you have an irrational hatred for Michigan. It's great.
I went to Michigan last summer and thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I hope you got fucking West Nile from all the fucking mosquitoes everywhere there.
Yeah, Dave.
Well, I mean, the drugs helped. I went to Electric Forest. It was
Nice.
like 5 days of just massive music and drugs.
Grow up,
Thoroughly
Dave.
enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
You're
what
an
do you,
adult.
Damn.
You need to stop doing that crap.
why do you hate
Fuck
music and
yourself.
drugs, Ben?
I guess the giant meteor missed its chance to land in Michigan during Electric Circus or whatever the fuck it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Michigan's government's shutting down due to cold weather. Do you think they're still going to make people go to like work their jobs at 7-Eleven?
You know
for all
what?
this? Like,
Probably.
During the last polar vortex, Toledo had, I think they call like a level 4 snow emergency, which means unless you're the cops or like some sort of public utility,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be on the road. And if you get caught on the road, then they give you a ticket that you have to pay. So basically, everyone I knew that lived there, their employers didn't say, "Oh, okay, you get to stay home." They gave you two choices: either drive to work illegally, or you burn up a vacation day if you have one.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not driving when they tell you to stay home.
Like I knew
Like they
people.
say stay off the
Nah.
roads, you're gonna get fucked over. Yeah, I'm just staying home. Sorry.
Yep.
yeah, that I would probably.
There's no mechanism in place for that sort of thing. I don't believe there's a law in place saying, you know, if the roads are closed, your employer can't still make you come to work or make you get an absence against your record or whatever. You know.
Fucking right to work bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
So you could walk to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can
Yeah,
walk.
you can walk
still.
to work in the negative 20-degree weather. Have fun.
I think I would.
So what? You lost a finger on the way
There's
there.
no-
At least you showed up on time.
There's no reliable transit there. You know, it's
Oh, there can't be, no.
yeah.
I think I would start robbing places. I would become like the snow leopard. That would be my robber name.
Yeah.
The snow bandit.
Yeah. And I would just break into like the 7-Eleven and take all the candy bars. I don't know what I would do. I'm never prepared for emergencies like that. They'd be like, "Oh, it's gonna snow." I'd be like, "Oh, it's cool. I'll just take care of it tomorrow." And then boom, I'm snowed in and I'm starving, hungry. I'd have to eat somebody. I'd have to eat like my
Just
neighbor.
start eating yourself.
I don't like that idea.
You're like burning and consuming calories at the same time.
Do you think you get?
Yeah, it's a net neutral
Yeah.
endeavor. You could
I don't know that would technically be burning calories. I mean, if you're hacking a limb off, it's just taking it off.
He's taking
That's
off
one way to
calories
lose
and
weight.
consuming them. Oh, before we move on, hey guys, if you could help the show out right now by just liking the video, subscribing if you're not already subscribed, check out the links below for our guests and all of our sponsors and everything. And also, if you could share this, retweet our tweet on social media, help get more people in here, that would be wonderful. And we're going to move on to the next story here. Here we have woman trapped in elevator rescued after 3 days. Wow. We thought an hour and a half was bad.
Well,
3 days. How is that even possible?
She had to start eating people.
did she eat people?
I don't know.
She got snowed into the elevator.
A woman was rescued Monday morning after spending 3 nights trapped inside a New York City elevator, according to the New York Fire Department. Marites Fortaleza of Queens became stuck between the second and third floors while cleaning a private townhouse on Manhattan's Upper East Side on Friday. Firefighters forced open the elevator's doors just after 10 a.m. Monday. Fortaleza, 53, was taken to a hospital where she remains in stable condition, the FDNY said. Fortaleza, who did not have a phone with her, was at the home alone on Friday and all weekend, according to authorities. The apartment owner arrived Monday morning and called for help, authorities said.
Yeah, and you know what? I I got a perspective on this from Chris Raygun because he grew up in New York.
Yeah.
And he said, like, he's been stuck on elevators so many times because New York's the kind of city where most people would likely ride an elevator every day.
Yeah, they build it up.
Yeah. So, you know, to us, maybe we ride an elevator once a month, tops, unless you live in a tall apartment building or something like that.
Well, also, the elevators are probably all older in New York City because they were designed like 100 years ago.
There's a lot of old buildings that people still live in New York, for sure. So, yeah, it's just so
I'm trying to
messed
think
up.
how that could be even possible in an apartment building, but I'm sure they have multiple elevators, so everybody was just riding the other elevator and not thinking much of the one that wasn't coming.
I guess so. And did it say how high up? Oh, second and third floors.
Between the second and third floor.
So she wasn't even that high up. How is it so hard to get her out?
Because it was a private townhouse, right?
Okay.
So the elevator was probably in the townhouse. She was cleaning, and the renter was out for the weekend.
I see.
And she got her ass stuck in there in the middle of the private townhouse. I look because like that.
That's fucked.
Apartment elevators usually have call systems in them, right? But I imagine if it's a private elevator,
they all have an emergency button. I thought they all had to have that.
That has to be a regulation now.
For like a public elevator, probably, but this is a private townhouse, so I don't think that would be the same regulation.
I would want it if I had an elevator.
I would think so too. The last time I was filming with Onision on the Airbnb that we rented,
yes.
It was at this house that was 2 stories and it didn't have a staircase, so it had an elevator inside of it. This elevator was probably from 1960. I'm not sure exactly how old it was, but it looked old as fuck. It looked like you had to walk into a closet to get into it, and then the downstairs was another closet door, and Joe got stuck in it. For like 5 minutes because if one of the doors are open, the elevator won't move. And someone opened the downstairs door and didn't realize he was in there, and he was stuck in there for like 5 minutes pounding, and nobody heard him. It's just like there's no regulation there, but it's a private residence, so like, why would you have to? Like, if you get stuck, that's your own dumbass problem.
You should have trapped Onision in the elevator
and done the world a favor. Murder. Murder on the Orient Express, starring Onision and a fucking elevator.
Murder on the Polar.
So she didn't have her phone with her. That would have been one easy way for her to be found and rescued.
The townhouse is owned by Warren Stevens of Little Rock-based investment bank Stevens Incorporated, according to property records. A company spokesman told ABC News in a statement, the employee involved has been a valued member of the Stevens extended family for 18 years. The Stevens family is relieved and thankful that she is doing well in the hospital. A Stevens family member accompanied her to the hospital this morning and remains at her side. The cause of this unfortunate incident is being investigated and appropriate measures will be taken to ensure that something like this never happens again.
So was she like the housekeeper or something? Okay.
Yeah, she was probably working with the family for a while. Officials from New York City's Department of Buildings have issued an aggravated violation for failure to provide access to inspectors, according to a spokesperson for the Buildings Department. Additional actions may be issued, the spokesperson said. Yeah.
Yeah, so
most elevators I've ever been in, if they don't have, well, I think they've all had like the emergency phone with the door that you just open it and you can call for help, or they'll have the alarm button. So somebody will know something's fucked up.
It's kind of ironic that we're reading this story now because it has been it's been just over a year since you and I got stuck in the elevator. Yeah.
We're survivors.
We were stuck in an elevator together for over an hour. It was terrible.
And I had just eaten Chipotle, so I knew I was going to be farting the whole time.
And I thought I might have to piss.
Yeah, so I drank an iced tea so we'd have a bottle to pee in, so we didn't have to lay in Ben's pee-pee.
Yeah.
We were survivors.
Yep. You guys had to lay down.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were just going to stand there,
We were
right?
about 20 minutes away from cannibalism.
Yeah, and like 15 minutes away from just like deep gay sex. You don't think so?
No.
Huh.
I don't.
Not even a little bit. I mean, that's a whole hour.
Hey, man, when you're on the inside, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Prison rules are in effect when you're stuck.
So what? You were about to rape me? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that either.
All I'm saying is prison rules were in effect.
All right, this is our only Trump story of the night.
Trump tweets at author of latest White House tell-all book during live interview. He tweeted during the live interview.
Yeah. It was during an interview.
The author of a new tell-all book on the White House was on national television Tuesday morning promoting it and had just finished discussing how the president's senior policy advisor, Stephen Miller, once told him he'd be happy if not a single refugee foot ever touched American soil when the president finally tweeted about him. Just a few minutes after Trump's campaign announced legal action would follow, President Donald Trump called Cliff Sims, a former director of White House message strategy, a low-level staffer that I hardly knew, he wrote. Yet another boring book based on made-up stories and fiction.
Oh.
Wow. It's
Isn't that
boring.
redundant? Made up
Yeah.
stories and fiction, that's the same thing, isn't it? Okay.
He always does that. He always doubles up on things.
To make it sound like you said more. Yeah.
You know what's so fucking hilarious? We had Dick Masterson on 2 episodes ago, and he was trying to make a wall bet with me. Like I should have taken him up on that, but here's the thing: Trump supporters will take any. Like he could literally build a chain link fence on the border, and they'd be like, "Look, he built a wall."
Yeah.
Get it?
The number of illegal immigrants is down by like 2 million from 10 years ago, right?
I don't know about
Well, yeah,
that. I'm not
they
gonna-
had record numbers when Obama was in office. Like, I mean, it was high then, you know. And
They're saying that in 2007 there was about estimated 12 million illegal immigrants, and now they're saying it's around 10 million illegal immigrants. So the numbers are
Right.
dropping. By the time this wall gets up, it's not going to be there to keep immigrants out.
Well,
It's going to
it
be there to
doesn't
keep
anyway,
Americans
right?
in.
It doesn't anyway, though, right?
Right.
Because we know that the majority of illegal immigrants come here legally, usually by
On expired
airplane,
visas, yeah,
or they
yeah.
cross a border crossing and then they overstay their visa. They don't come back.
Stay.
Right.
Right.
I mean, like, if I wanted to go live in another country, that's how I do it. I wouldn't like run through the wilderness in the middle of the night and try to cross an unmanned border crossing somewhere.
If I wanted to live in another country, I would just play World of Warcraft online, find a nice, fine woman from one of those countries, woo her over the course of 6 months, have her pay my ticket out. I would marry her, and I would be
That's
be
not
naturalized.
Okay, well, obviously that's
like Dylan's plan.
I'm talking about when it comes to sneaking in and living somewhere illegally. Like, it's way easier to go in as a visitor, as a tourist, and then just never come back than it is to somehow, hike across some barren wasteland and sneak across the border in the middle of the night. It just doesn't make any sense.
But it's even easier
I
to
mean-
find a girl through World of Warcraft and make her
At the
love
same
you and
time,
marry you.
just
Is it
south
really?
of where I'm at right now, there's a bunch of areas that are remote, but in the middle of that nowhere, there will be a sign that says like travel at your own risk, like high traffic illegal immigration area. Like this saying it's like dangerous to be out there by yourself. Don't go here. So I think the border crossing, the middle of the night, like coyote shit is pretty prevalent, especially because of where we live. But I also think the expired visa thing is more of a problem.
it's way more
Where
of
they
a
sh-
problem.
Yeah, and then the whole like how there might have been 12 million illegal immigrants.
If someone
next
is
year,
willing
and
to
now there's
walk,
10.
if someone's willing to walk from Honduras all the way across Mexico to the U.S. border, a 30-foot fence is not going to stop them. They're just going to climb over it or dig under it, or there's going to be a tunnel somewhere they can use. So it's like it doesn't matter, a
Well,
30.
you've seen those people crammed into the dashboard of like a Ford Focus trying to get across the border.
Yeah.
People are going to do it one way or another.
I wonder if you could like devise like a hang glider with like a bungee pulley system. You could tie the bungee to the wall and then walk back on the hang glider. And then like when you get just enough torsion or torque or whatever on that bungee, that it pulls you forward and causes the hang glider to elevate and you fly right over the wall on your little glider. Because that's what I would probably do, I would
Let's start building
I wanna
trebuchets
watch
down
the
there.
Travis.
the
Alan can tell you
trebuchet.
about
The trebuchet
paraglider.
was definitely something we talked about.
What's going to stop them from splatting when they hit the ground on the other
the
side?
trebuchet?
Yeah.
Well, that was
The reverse trebuchet
Yeah.
that catches them.
Yeah, it's a catcher mitt, a catcher. But that's why the hang glider, the bungee hang glider idea. I'm gonna sell these to people in South America. Like, buy your bungee hang glider. You can carry it in a backpack and you can set it up right there at the wall.
They could just get a hot air balloon and
Or a
float up
paramotor.
over it, and then get like one of those ladders. They can descend a little bit and then climb down
But
a
then
fucking
you need a
ladder.
hot air balloon. Like you got to carry the hot air and stuff. That's heavy. This is all inclusive.
You got to
like,
carry
backpack.
no. The whole point of a hot air balloon is that hot air isn't heavy.
But you got to
That's
carry
how
the tank to
fucking
the
balloon
wall,
works.
right? Like, are they just gonna do hot air balloon rides?
Yep.
This is more. This is more covert. You have your little hang glider in your bag with the bungee propulsion system. Or it's. I'm a genius. I'm selling this shit.
I'm a genius.
I'm going to Shark
Yeah,
Tank,
just
man.
trust me.
I'm
I'm a
going to
genius
Shark
on this
Tank.
one.
I'm selling this to Shark Tank. In writing his book Team of Vipers, Sims joined ranks with former White House press secretary Sean Spicer, former campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, former deputy campaign manager David Bossie, and former aide Omarosa Manigault Newman, all of whom have written books on their time in the administration at varying levels of detail and, according to the White House, veracity. Just minutes earlier, CNN's host Allison Camerota had asked Sims if he'd signed a non-disclosure agreement that may have barred him from sharing the kind of detailed, controversial information he put in his book. The truth is, I kind of don't remember, Sims said, laughing. I assume I signed whatever
Trump
Sean
says he
Spicer...
did.
Okay. I assume I signed whatever Sean Spicer signed in the White House. I assume I signed whatever Corey Lewandowski and Dave Bossie signed on the campaign. Those folks have written books, but I just really don't remember, Sims said.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Trump.
This is just another book of some bullshit that nobody really gives a shit about because it's already been fucking beaten to death.
It's true.
Like,
They still sell, though, right?
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Of course.
of course they do.
I was on a
Fucked
road
up.
trip with my mother, and she listened to the Omarosa book on the car ride to San Francisco, and I'm like listening to it, and I'm like, I hate my life. Why are we doing this?
It's
Why are we doing
torture.
this?
So this news is somewhat local because there's a bunch of retarded anti-vaxxers that live here in Washington State, and now kids that were traveling from Washington to Hawaii are starting to develop measles.
Oh no!
Oh, good.
A totally preventable disease that should have been eradicated is now starting to come back in larger numbers. And here's
But at least those kids don't have autism.
yeah.
Fuck's sake. God
Well,
damn it, Alan.
you know, there's a high concentration of scientists who actually have autism, and they're the ones that develop the anti-vax
vaccine
the
itself,
vaccines,
so
right?
autism causes
Vaccines.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that backwards.
2 confirmed cases of measles in Hawaii were in unvaccinated children who traveled to Hawaii from Washington State. Dr. Sarah Park, state epidemiologist for Hawaii, said Monday Washington public health officials told her office that the family had been exposed to measles as part of the ongoing outbreak in Southwest Washington. Southwest Washington.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's like
There's a bunch of weirdos living down there.
Westport, Ocean Shores.
Yeah, and then there's people in Oregon like that too. So like,
middle of the woods, fucking buy a compound, invite all your friends out there, and
Yep.
fucking grow pot and not pay taxes and fuck.
Have measles parties.
The Oregonian Oregon Live reports she said public health officials went to see the family and advised them to remain in the home on the Big Island where they were staying unless they could show proof of vaccination. Parks said the home was on a large and relatively isolated part of the Big Island. The outbreak has sickened 35 people in Oregon and Washington since January 1st. Most of the patients are children under 10, and 1 child has been hospitalized.
I wonder how many kids were on the flight when they went from Washington to Hawaii.
yeah, all that recycled airplane air, like, I don't know, man. Fuck that.
Here, have some measles, everybody.
Yep.
It's so fucked up.
I wonder if they'd rather have autistic
Could you
kids.
imagine being an anti-vax parent and your kid still gets autism? It's got to be devastating.
There's got to be numbers for that, right?
I honestly don't think it should be a choice. I don't think it should be a choice.
I don't either.
I think it's really
that's
weird.
rough, dude.
Are there numbers to see?
I agree, but then, I mean, they call me a communist, you know? Like,
When we're talking about overall public
catch shit
health,
for
like
everything
overall
I
public
say,
health
that's-
takes a higher precedent.
that's quote unquote. I mean, look at Allen. That's treading on people's liberties. That's what's going through his fucking little pea brain right now. You know, like I don't. It's a fucking. You gotta like thread the needle with this issue. Like I mean, granted, you can't. I mean, you can't force people to do shit, right? But also, you kind of have to fucking force dumb people to do shit the right way, or else they're gonna fuck everything else up for us.
In most places, your kids have to go to school at least through high school.
Yeah,
that's technically a law. There's also, there's all kinds of laws. Like you have to feed your kids. You have to get your kids medical care when they're sick.
There's sub forums on Reddit for like teenagers that are trying to figure out ways to get vaccinated because their parents won't let them get vaccinated, and they go to these sub forums on Reddit to find help for each other. It's so fucking gross. Like these kids are old enough to know like the problems with their fucking parents, and they still like help us get vaccinated.
I remember when they first started saying, "Hey, young women should get an HPV vaccine because if they ever come into contact with the virus, there's a good chance they're going to get cancer in their nether regions."
Right.
And all these conservative parents were like, "It's going to teach my daughter that it's okay to be a slut." It's like, no. HPV, the virus, is very hard to detect in many people. So they could contract it without any signs whatsoever until they have cancerous tumors growing on their genitals.
And trust me, the progressives are going to find many other ways to teach your daughter it's okay to be a slut. Protect her from the fucking cancer. You.
Right.
I can't even think of good words to
People
use
have gotten
anymore.
throat cancer from HPV in their throat.
Yeah. You lose your bottom jaw from eating that puss.
Yeah, so vaccinations, yes, they should. I don't know. Just the other day, I saw one of these Sunday morning news shows that this one seemed to have a conservative bias to it.
Nothing good ever happens on Sunday mornings.
Actually, it wasn't really it was biased, saying basically that the little traces of lead in these vaccinations could actually cause autism.
No, it's the mercury. It's the mercury.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah. I meant mercury. That's what I meant to say.
Everybody shits bricks about the mercury that's in vaccines, but it's not like, it's mercury, but it's not the same as the shit that's in a thermometer. You know what I mean?
It's not heavy metal mercury. It's broken down. I don't remember the term, but it's a completely different.
And there's not nearly enough in it for it to do a fucking thing to you.
They're crying about the mercury in their damn
it's hardly
vaccines.
It's like a trace amount.
But they don't care about the yoga mats and their Subway bread. They don't care about all that other shit.
Right.
A can of tuna, it has a trace amount of mercury in that too.
Yeah.
So,
all kinds of fish.
There's a trace amount of semen in your mom's breath before she kisses you goodnight, right?
Got him.
Got him.
Columbus Police, Cleveland Clinic, now investigating doctor accused of giving lethal fentanyl dose. I had a surgery this past summer, and they gave me a big old dose of that shit.
Oh yeah,
Isn't it great?
I went from 0 to 100% fucked up like instantly.
A Columbus doctor and the Mount Carmel Health System are being sued for allegedly intentionally administering a lethal dose of fentanyl to a woman in late 2017. The hospital has acknowledged 27 cases of near-death patients being administered excessive and potentially lethal doses of medication. Tuesday, the Columbus Division of Police confirmed that investigators from the Cold Case Homicide Unit have been assigned to the case. The wrongful death suit was filed by the estate of Janet Kavanaugh, who died at Mount Carmel West Hospital on December 11th, 2017, at age of 79. Fuck. 79 years old, and they're giving her a lethal dose.
It happens. It's part of the consent you sign that this could happen with the reaction to the anesthesia you're going to receive.
This drug is a little too volatile, it seems like. Even though it's powerful...
It's made for this.
Yeah, well, it seems a little too powerful.
I think the word here that we have to look at is they allegedly, we have to look at first, right? It's alleged. But they intentionally administered a lethal dose, right?
Well, you're going to... There's... I've worked in the OR for a long time.
Yeah.
And
he's out there saving lives, you guys.
Yeah. Me, the lifesaver. But there's a formula that they build off of the patient's size, their weight and their height, that'll calculate how much they can give. And some people, you could give them that dose of fentanyl and it'll do nothing to them. Other people, they're done. They stop breathing like that. So everybody's different. And that's why before you go to surgery, you sign a consent form that says you can die from this surgery, as routine as it might be.
Oxycontin wasn't good enough. Like they had to fucking ramp it up to fentanyl.
It's not an anesthetic.
Yeah. Oxycontin's like for after surgery, the pain after surgery. Fentanyl's
that's a pain management drug. Fentanyl's like you're going to go to sleep now. It's not a pain management drug.
I was given a dose after my surgery too, like immediately after, like as soon as they woke me up, they gave it to me.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Yeah,
just to keep you pretty out, like low.
Yeah.
The one they give you though to really knock you out is propofol. So
yeah,
they'll usually do a combination of the two.
Homies, that shit, and I wake up from that shit so quick. I've had hangovers worse than fucking surgery.
So this is
like, me and propofol get along.
Me and propofol get along. This is the important part that we haven't got to yet. It's according to the lawsuit that Dr. William Husel prescribed Kavanaugh an excessive amount of fentanyl for the purposes of hastening the termination of her life.
Now that's different.
Yeah,
this is a whole
that changes things.
Meditated and shit.
Okay, so we didn't get to the real.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was done intentionally.
Well, that's what they're claiming, right? According to the lawsuit.
Did the woman want to die? Was that like her wish, or
I would.
I mean, because here in Washington, if you want to, because in Ohio where this happened, there's no law like this. Here, if I had like terminal brain cancer and I could feel my functions starting to slip away, I could go to a doctor that would give me a bottle of pills and I would take them and they'd put me to sleep and then I would die eventually.
Yeah,
that's right. You guys live in that like assisted suicide. Like,
yeah.
The panel. It's
that was
great.
Legalized the same day that we legalized gay marriage and marijuana.
And those are all, in my opinion, all victories for human rights. All three of those things. I'll be right back.
Yeah. According to it says now it's talking about fentanyl. It's a powerful opioid pain medication, approximately 100 times stronger than morphine. Kavanaugh was given 1,000 micrograms of fentanyl through an IV, causing her death within 18 minutes, according to the lawsuit. Kavanaugh's family said they learned of the fentanyl dosage more than a year after Kavanaugh's death. A physician administrator called the family and informed them of the fentanyl dose, according to the lawsuit. So they didn't know that she was put to death, I guess.
Whoa.
Why would they give her that much though? Like, that's like, it almost sounds like somebody fucked up, to be honest with you.
And then tried to cover it up or something?
Well, yeah. Like, instead of giving whatever, they gave like 10 times what they were supposed to, or, not thinking about it.
Do you think that because it says here that the lawsuit claims that he was purposely hastening the termination of her life, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe that doctor, it's just, there's not, like, I almost want to read it. I just, why would he, like, what's his motivation for wanting to kill her?
Kavanaugh's family said they were...
asked for it? What the hell? There's more to the story.
Kavanaugh's family said they were told the staff members involved in her care have been suspended from patient care. Mount Carmel CEO Ed Lamb said Dr. Husel has been fired and 20 other employees have been removed from patient care pending further investigation. On Tuesday, the Cleveland Clinic confirmed that Husel was an employee there for 5 years prior to his employment at Mount Carmel. The Cleveland Clinic issued the following statement. We just learned about the disturbing accusations against our former resident, Dr. William Husel, and take this matter very seriously. Currently, we are conducting a thorough investigation and internal review of his work while he was employed as a supervised resident from 2008 to 2013. Multiple safeguards are in place to protect patients from medication errors, including electronic health record alerts, pharmacist reviews of all inpatient orders, and routine controlled substance audits. The Franklin County Coroner's Office is also participating in the investigation, saying in early December 2018, Mount Carmel and Trinity Health Systems notified this office and other appropriate authorities with regard to conduct by medical employee. This office met with doctors, executives, and attorneys for the hospital and have been in contact with other law enforcement and state regulatory agencies. Mount Carmel, they keep going between Mount Carmel and Camel and all this shit. Mount Carmel and Trinity Health Systems have been fully cooperative and responsive to lawful requests for additional information information and documents. A thorough investigation is being conducted. At the present time of this office is not able to answer questions until the investigation is completed.
So it sounds like somebody knew they fucked up because the family didn't hear about this for a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
The investigation.
Somebody was just like, okay, go in there and delete.
Doctor who's accused of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, though. I mean, 1,000 micrograms of fentanyl, yeah, that's going to kill you. That's pretty much going to kill you. And then they hide it for a year. That's fucked up.
By the way, everyone, just a reminder, we're still working towards our bonus show for next week. Actually, this is the first episode since we're for this week that we've done. Yeah. So feel free to send in your Streamlabs. At the end of the news segment here, I'm going to read through the ones that we've gotten since the beginning of the show. Once again, like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to this channel. Share it all over through your social media. Help get the word out. And also, I'll bring this up one more time here. The Brave browser. The Brave browser. Use our link below. Download the Brave browser. It gives a kickback to the show here, a monetary kickback, simply by downloading it and using it to watch every DP episode from that browser. If any of you have done that, let us know. Let us know how the browser's working out for you in the chat.
I've been told that I look even prettier through the Brave browser.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Dave, you should try that. You still use fucking Netscape, you piece of shit.
I'm ISDN right now.
Damn.
Netscape.
HBO's Leaving Neverland director says he's getting death threats over the movie in response to criticism from Michael Jackson's family.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I haven't watched this. Have you?
No, I want to watch it.
So this is kind of like the R. Kelly expose in a way. I mean, Michael Jackson was not as sick as R. Kelly, I don't think.
Well, I mean,
I don't think there's any.
Watch the documentary.
I don't think there's any piss tapes or anything like that.
Well, there's not piss tapes, but like there's stories of him drinking.
There's a playground.
Drinking wine with the kids and stuff, having like sleepovers under a little slumber blanket hand stuff. I don't know. Grab ass. I don't know. There's stories, right? But
a lot. Some of these. Okay, so some of his accusers ended up admitting that they were false accusations after he died. Some of them. And then there was the one he actually went to court for. He was found not guilty there. But yeah, who knows?
Dan Reed, the director of the HBO two-part Michael Jackson documentary Leaving Neverland, which contains allegations that the late pop star molested young boys, is firing back following two statements made by the Jackson camp denouncing the movie after it had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on Friday. I think one of the big things we have to remember here is that Michael Jackson, he passed away years ago. Was it 10 years ago?
Almost, I think.
Michael Jackson has been dead, long gone. So these pedophile accusations aren't going to lead to a big MMA boxing match like Warski and Tonka saw.
Well, that didn't happen either.
True. Shit.
There was no MMA match.
Shit. Okay, I just want to let everybody know. Yeah, there's no Royal Rumble where Michael Jackson's going to come in and eliminate 30 little boys over the top rope. It's not going to happen. I just want, before people get their hopes up watching at home, Michael Jackson is long dead. He's not going to go toe-to-toe with Bill Cosby in a prison drone match. I just want you guys to get that through your heads right now before we go any further reading this article, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
They have a very precious asset to protect, Reed told The Hollywood Reporter at Sundance. Every time a song plays, a cash register goes ka-ching. It doesn't surprise me that they've come out fighting in defense of their asset.
Okay. Here's the thing. These accusations have been out for, 25 years, maybe even longer now. And they're still going to play Michael Jackson on the radio. This documentary is not going to put a dent in the radio play of Michael Jackson.
If we're talking ka-ching, the R. Kelly documentary that talks about him being a fucking sicko actually caused his Spotify numbers to raise. Like his downloads, it put him up on the charts because of that. So it's like if you're talking ka-ching, maybe you just throw a little accusation out there. You just a little one. He's already dead. Who cares, right? Let's just say, he's fucking them kids. Then boom, number one again. Nothing says pop like popping little boys' cherries, right?
The king of
pop. So fucked up.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's obviously disgusting. But It's true about the R. Kelly numbers going up. The sales went up after this recent documentary series.
That doesn't surprise me. Actually,
hours
fucking
after,
gross.
hours after leaving Neverland played at Sundance and was given a standing ovation, the Jackson estate issued a statement calling it the kind of tabloid character assassination Michael Jackson endured in life and now in death. There are people all over the world that absolutely love Michael Jackson. They're inspired by him. He gives them hope. It's kind of amazing. These third world countries, I know they knew Michael Jackson. You know, they didn't have a whole lot of media when in the days past, but Michael Jackson transcended like what we have now, where there's like YouTube popularity and television popularity and everything. Michael Jackson was
like world known.
Yeah,
like it didn't matter what third world country you were in or anything. You knew who the fuck Michael Jackson was.
I don't know what happened, but it looks like the order that was sent to us through TreatStream got canceled.
Oh, damn it.
By the restaurant or something. I have no idea what just happened.
Haters! Haters! You're taking the barbecue out of my mouth! Son of a
I don't know
bitch.
what happened.
Why isn't anybody sending us barbecue, Alan? What the fuck?
It's really messed up.
Well, no delivery thing ever goes to my house, so
that's right.
I
He lives
get
in the middle of
that.
the fucking desert.
I do.
He lives in an area that they tell you can't build because they train aircraft pilots above his house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They canceled it. That's so weird. We've
casualties.
gotten so many orders from them. Whatever. Fuck it. So
then on Monday, Jackson's family issued a statement addressing the allegations in the movie that singer abused two child fans, Wade Robson and Jimmy Safechuck. Man, could you imagine getting to ride in a plane with Michael Jackson and like your life is at like the height of living, and then before you know it,
and then you get your asshole fingered.
Oh God!
I hope that's not the case, right? Like I hope it's all not true, but
I hope it's bullshit too.
I'm not going to say it is bullshit. I'm not the type of person that's going to defend.
It said a lot
somebody
to
just
me
because I love their album.
It said a lot to me when there was the accuser that Michael Jackson settled with, and he, after Michael Jackson died, he said that his dad talked him into accusing Michael Jackson of all this shit, and shortly after that came out, that kid's that guy's dad who talked him into lying about it when he was a kid killed himself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some crazy shit. So I mean, like, I don't know what all went on, but every like big accusation that's come out against him that I've looked into has turned out to be bullshit, and people just trying to make money off of the fact
People
that
trying
he's
to
a
make
creepy
money off something that made sense, where it's like, look, Michael Jackson has all these kids over at his house all the time. He's probably banging them. Let's make some money off of it.
He had a zoo at his house.
Well, he probably did have some sort of creepy factor to it. Like,
Sure.
What does Macaulay Culkin say, or Corey Feldman? Those, because those guys were kids hanging out with Michael Jackson back in the day.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I don't know. We
But
should-
anything that Corey Feldman would say now, there's no way I could believe it. That guy's fucking nuts.
yeah.
His band is so good though.
Shut up.
Oh, the Angel Band
Fuck
that
you,
he
Dave.
has.
Get out of here.
Oh my God. We can't just stand by while this public lynching goes on and the vulture tweeters and others who never met Michael go after him, the statement said. Michael is not here to defend himself, otherwise these allegations would not have been made. I don't believe that. I do believe these allegations were made when he was alive, all the way up until he died. There were questionable things going on about it. When he died, they subsided for a while.
When he showed up to a fucking court trial, a criminal court trial in his fucking pajamas, I was like, this guy is out of his fucking mind.
I just hope if the kids are here, they see me the way I was when we had the
And then his
sleepover.
nose fell apart. Like his nose like fell off in court. Oh God.
It fell off in court?
Yeah, his nose like caved in court.
Oh my God.
Dude, guy, he definitely had some kind of dysmorphia.
Yeah.
With his appearance, too. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
In 2013 and 2014, respectively, Robinson and Safechuck filed 2 lawsuits alleging that Jackson had abused them in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Both were dismissed in 2017. When alive, Jackson consistently denied ever abusing children, which, you know, I think that you would deny that shit, right? You would never be like,
I would just say I've never seen compelling enough evidence that would prove that he did.
But isn't it is kind of weird that he had like this huge like theme park in his backyard and would have kids over for sleepovers and shit, right? Like that's a little fucking weird, right?
It is weird. Yeah. I mean, like he didn't just. I mean, those kids had the permission of their parents to go there for one thing.
Well, who's gonna say no?
But also, okay, well, I mean, if they suspected something, they should have said no. But anyway, a lot of people that knew Michael Jackson personally said he never got to grow up because he was rich and famous from the time he was a kid. And acted basically like a big kid his entire life.
Not just that, his dad was pretty fucked up with him.
He's abusive.
I believe there was a
Physically
story
abusive.
where he forced groupies to have sex with Michael.
Oh, maybe.
To take his virginity when he was very young.
Maybe.
Yeah, like 14 or something.
I think it was younger than that. I think it was very.
I went
young.
through all of that. It's terrible.
I mean,
terrible to grow up that way, guys.
I mean, LaToya Jackson.
I never had a
LaToya
childhood.
Jackson said that their dad molested her.
Yeah.
And shit. So there was definitely abuse in the home.
Yeah, and that's going to raise somebody that's going to have some sort of creepiness.
Well, their
to
dad
them.
was like their manager too. They were like one of the biggest musical acts in the world in the 70s. And then, you know, their dad was like their manager, used to beat the fuck out of them. So
yeah. There was that like made for TV documentary back in the day called The Jacksons or whatever.
That
and
was
like,
made really
graphically
well.
Showed that.
Yeah,
it was good.
They would like make when you fucked up like your dance moves and shit, he would send you out to the yard to pick a branch off the tree and bring it back in so he could beat the fuck out of it. I don't know how true that is. You know, it could have been embellished for entertainment.
Could have been.
It was a a movie. It wasn't a documentary.
It probably was toned down. Honestly,
Maybe.
we probably didn't know all the crazy shit that went down. Reed told The Hollywood Reporter that along with receiving angry emails and calls from fans, he's also had death threats sent to him since the movie's premiere. The director said he's already tracked down the origin of some of the negativity he's receiving. Some of the email writing is cut and paste because we found a webpage that explains to people what to do.
I mean, here's the thing. Michael Jackson was probably the biggest star of the 80s, I would say. One of the biggest, at least in music.
Yeah.
And there's still going to be people 30, 40 years later that still fucking absolutely love him. So you're going to get crazy people that are going to send you death threats if you attack someone that's so famous and adored by so many people.
But it says we
doesn't
found a
make it
webpage
right.
that explains to people what to do. Like maybe that webpage was put up by Michael Jackson's people to try and...
It's a possibility.
Generate some more spins on Spotify and Apple Music.
Get the fervent fans of Michael who believe that, you know, he changed their life. And
I love it when I see...
leave Michael alone.
I love it when I see Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, like on TV and shit, because paparazzi follow her everywhere. And at first I forget who she is because she's totally white and has like green eyes and shit. And then I'm like, oh, that's Michael Jackson's daughter. That's white.
I forgot about her.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, she's an adult now. She's like 21 years old or something.
who was there a celebrity that they said was her actual
I don't know.
father?
I don't think so.
There was some...
There's rumors.
Yeah. I remember watching something on it. I can't remember who it was, but it kind of made some sense. Michael Jackson...
Is this the kid he hung off the balcony?
No, that was
Blanket.
Blanket, yeah.
He had two boys and a girl, and the girl was the oldest one.
Yeah. I hope those kids do very well with their lives and are very
I mean,
happy.
they inherited millions. They're going to do fine with their lives.
I hope they do.
They probably have like these trust funds set up.
All the money in the world won't like help you from like if you were fucked up as a kid, right? Because Michael Jackson.
There's
had all
probably
the
a
money
pile of money waiting for each one of them when they turn 18. They'll be up to their fucking.
I hope that they're wise enough to spend that money right and aren't fucked up from having Michael Jackson as a dad.
As a father, right? Yeah.
Like, say what you want about Michael Jackson molesting kids. I'm not saying he did. I don't know. I'd have to look at all the evidence and make a true idea before I say that. But he was definitely weird, and he definitely raised those kids in
That's
a
big
way
jump
that might
from being
affect them.
weird to molesting kids.
I'm not saying that he molested. I'm saying he was weird, and he hid those kids, and their life can't be that well adjusted, can it? I mean,
in some
you
ways
can
it's
only
better.
imagine.
No, in some ways it's better to shield your kids from the fucking media.
But how much of a real life did they have being shielded?
You can't. How much of a real life did he have? When you're that fucking famous,
and he was fucked up. So are these kids going to be fucked up?
You can't. Oh, she's all. Oh, Paris Jackson's already fucked up.
Is she?
The news story I saw about her the other day was she was going into some kind of therapy. It may have been like inpatient therapy.
Yeah. You think
No
she's?
shit.
Let me see.
You think that there's a chance she might fall in love with Jaden Smith and create like the super
Jaden
child?
Smith is gay, from what I understand.
Well, maybe I don't know. I want to see two crazy celebrity kids
Maybe
get together
how-
and make the craziest child of the world history.
Yeah, like this
Maybe how Smith
celebrity
can
weirdo
arrange a
child.
marriage between his clan and the fucking Jackson clan, and then we can have a super baby, and they can control all of.
They kind of tried to do
Hollywood.
that. They kind of tried to do that with Michael and Lisa Marie Presley back in the day. That's like
That's right.
Yeah,
they
that's
fucking
right.
did. It was a failed experiment. That already happened.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here it is. This is from January 15th. When it comes up here, it's Paris Jackson seeking treatment for emotional health rather, to prioritize her physical and emotional health.
Oh,
and that's her. This is
that
Michael
her?
Jackson's daughter. Yeah, that's her right there.
Holy shit. Cool.
She bad.
Guys, on Wednesday,
Yeah,
20-year-old Paris.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you saw her walking around, you wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, that's Michael." These are both Michael Jackson's kids. These
I would have no idea.
Weird.
There's no way that he's
The mom
the
was
actual
white.
dad, man.
The mom is
yeah,
definitely
the mom was
white.
white.
But these kids do not look black at all. Like in the
Not
slightest.
even a little bit.
It's because the people say that they're not biological.
Michael Jackson's biological.
Probably not.
And that he picked a man.
Oh yeah, look how much they look. I mean, like, this is after their dad. Basically, he was wearing like a similar jacket or something. But man, Michael Jackson's face did not look naturally like that at all. He had the most crazy face.
Yeah, there's no way he's their dad, dude.
Oh, I mean, he was their dad, right? He just was.
Yeah, look at the side by side comparison.
Not biologically.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
he
you don't have to be a
biologically
biological
looks like.
father to be somebody's dad. Like, she looks almost like.
Here's another picture of her right here. This is her on the right.
She looks like a shorter faced Sarah Jessica Parker.
A less horsey.
Yeah, less equine.
All right.
Leaving Neverland airs on HBO in March, so that's why we haven't seen it yet.
See, I pulled this up because people are always like, "Why don't you cover Brexit?" It's like, I don't know enough about the government of the EU and the UK, and enough about UK politics to even comment on it.
The non-Brits guide to Brexit, because it affects you too.
The European Union is arguably the world's most powerful bloc. Get up off my block. Get off my block, European Union.
You're standing on the world's most powerful block.
Oh, look at the real deal now. But it's about to lose the United Kingdom, one of its biggest members. Just how and when the UK leaves the EU will have implications that ripple around the globe. So you've heard about Brexit, but haven't been keeping up with every twist and turn of the developments? We get it. You're busy. No worries. Here's everything you need to know to become an Insta pundit. Okay.
No thanks. Okay, so we'll just read this paragraph here about what it is.
What is Brexit?
And anyone watching that's from the UK or Europe or anyone for that matter that feels like they understand Brexit, let us know in the comments or in the chat if you think CNN's take on Brexit is accurate or not.
Yeah. And if you let us know via Streamlabs, we'll appreciate it even more.
Yes.
Look, there's no way I could even find Brexit on a map, so.
Britain plus exit equals Brexit. It's the idea, once unthinkable, that the Brits will leave the European Union. But in a stunning result, the United Kingdom voted to do just that in a bitterly fought referendum in June 2016.
You know, I'm hearing more liberal people over in the UK claim that there was Russian collusion there too with this election.
Maybe.
That's what I hear them claim.
Since then, it's been talks, disputes, finger pointing, and threats, just like your typical divorce. But the UK and the EU finally might have reached an agreement in which they can finalize their split.
All right, and let's just read how it affects the US.
The world's
That's all we give a fuck
already
about.
dangerous and volatile enough. Some in the United States may worry that the unraveling of the Union, a vital ally, will unleash more instability. The UK is also America's 7th biggest trading partner. Why rock the boat on such a sweet status quo? 7th biggest.
Yeah, well, we have the most powerful fucking military. Let them get all fucked up. We'll teach them a lesson.
You
America.
think we give a fuck about our 7th biggest trading partner?
Well, here's one
what
thing.
about the other fucking 6?
Here's something though. They're a big trading partner of ours, and also
7th.
because of this, that's pretty big because we trade with a lot of countries. But anyway,
They barely make the top 10.
But anyway, their money historically was always worth so much more than ours, and now it's getting closer because of this bullshit. So that's good for us, right?
Well, we assume we don't really know what's going to go down yet because nothing's actually changed. It's all just speculation at this point.
Right.
I like the 7th biggest trading partner. Okay, I trade a lot of Pokemon on Pokemon Go. I don't even know who my 7th biggest trading partner is. If you're not in my top 3 or 4 trading partners, I don't give a shit about you.
I like how it has to explain this because
yeah. The United Kingdom is not a single country, but a country of countries. It's made up of 4 nations: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Great Britain is the island that holds England, Scotland, and Wales. And England is the big dog.
This is for like 2nd grade.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people in the U.S. do not know.
A lot of people don't know the fucking United States in the U.S.
Yeah, I used to live in New Mexico, and people would be like, "Do you speak Spanish?"
I live.
Or like, do you need a passport to visit there?
I live in Washington State, and so many internet thoughts, so many thoughts are like, "Oh, I should come visit you. I should come fuck you." And I'm like, "Where are you at?" And they're like, "I'm in New Jersey
or like
New
Virginia,
York City,
Maryland,
Virginia." And I'm like, "That's the wrong Washington, but you should still come fuck me." That's what I tell them.
Yeah, let me make a 5-hour flight to you.
Is it wrong for me to take advantage of girls that don't know the fucking map? I don't think so. I don't think that's wrong at all.
I don't think so either. You do that. Dave does it every day. He's doing it right now with his phone in his lap.
I wish I was only a train ride away from these broads because they'd be probably up on Pornhub. Why do you keep pulling up the dick emoji, Benjamin?
Here's the reason.
Damn it. David Tennant left red-faced after finding out what the aubergine emoji means. The aubergine?
Is that what they call it in the UK?
The eggplant is an aubergine?
Gine.
Aubergine? Aubergine?
Listen, that's too hard to spell. We call it an eggplant here, okay?
Yeah. That's an eggplant. But it doesn't taste like egg.
After a sexual harassment training video taught him its symbolism, the actor was thankful he had never asked any castmates if they wanted to come over for Baba Ganoush.
I'll be honest with you. If you're inviting somebody over for Baba Ganoush and you send them the eggplant emoji, they're gonna fuck you. You can't help that. You set yourself up. That's not sexual harassment. That's sexual guarantee.
That's a hard lesson to learn there.
Screen star David Tennant thought he knew his onions about rules over sexual harassment at work, but the former doctor who was left in a pickle as he watched a Hollywood studios staff training video made in the wake of the Harvey Weinstein scandal. God damn it. Hollywood's having to make these sexual harassment videos.
Andy Dick can't be Andy Dick anymore.
Poor Andy Dick. All he wanted to do was become change his name to Andy Aubergine.
There you go.
He learned that texting other cast members with an emoji of an aubergine would definitely not be seen as an innocent invitation to dinner. Who invites people over with emojis? Like, that's so cute. Yeah. Like 100%. If I use an emoji with you,
one of these,
if I use an emoji with you, it's because I want my penis inside your face and or ass.
What if you're cooking eggplant parmesan?
I'm gonna say I'm cooking eggplant parmesan. I'm gonna type it out. If I use an emoji with you, it's because I think you're too dumb to say no to my sexual advances. Okay?
Yeah.
So I have to use hieroglyphics to get through your thick fucking skull that I want to bone you. Is that wrong?
Damn, Billy's just dropping points lately. Just point after point.
The actor who's been in L.A. filming comedy Fuddy Mears felt a bit pea-brained when an eggplant, as it's called in the U.S., flashed up with a warning. It said, "Remember, the eggplant emoji is not just an eggplant, but a cigar is just a cigar."
A cookie is not a cookie. No, a cookie is just a cookie, but Newtons are fruit and cake.
I will put my fruit in your cake. And that was it, said David, 47. I like how they have to say how old he is. No explanation, just that. I went, what? It was only later he discovered the innocent vegetable emoji symbolizes a penis on social media in America.
This is stupid. All right? There's nothing wrong with sending an emoji on a phone. Get rid of the fucking emoji if it's a problem.
Well, no. At work, you can send a dick pic to somebody if it's appropriate.
A fucking eggplant emoji is not a dick pic. I don't care what it symbolizes to some people.
What do you mean? So you're at work, you're sitting here, and I'm sitting here, and you're across from me, and you just start spamming me with eggplant emojis, and I'm supposed to just take it?
What do I normally spam you with?
The N-word.
Damn.
Yeah. He knows how much I fucking hate it. And then when he gets drunk, I know when he's drunk because it's just like bah, bah, bah. I'm like delete. Anyways, yeah, this is why Ben thinks this is okay, because he's an abuser. This is what just came out. I don't think you should take away eggplant emojis, and they also should let me change my regular face emojis to blackface. Fuck you!
Oh, Billy the Fridge, 2019.
That was what you said. I was paraphrasing you.
You just said
He was on a roll, too.
I was paraphrasing you.
And he fucked up.
When I did that voice, it's not me saying it. I used the voice.
You know, there's actually a recording of Billy saying it.
There's not.
There is.
There's not.
There is a recording of you saying it.
The star spilled the beans about his embarrassing moment during an appearance at the Ace Comic Con in Arizona.
Hold on, listen.
The married dad of 4 told how the video the studio's new employees have to watch went through all the right prop.
Are you going to deny that this is you saying this?
Not me. Nigger.
What is that?
Whoa, bro.
That wasn't me. You guys, I 4 to 5 times a week, I'm online talking for 3 hours. People found clips of me saying words like bigger and trigger.
No, and everyone is
words
fucking
like nuance and nerd,
disgusted by
and
you.
they edited them together. That was completely edited. I never said that, and I think it's actually disgusting that you would play that.
Wow,
I think it's disgusting you would play that.
I like your guys' style. That's funny shit.
I think it's absolutely.
You know what I actually think it is? Just like, I think it's. It's the second half of you saying Schwarzenegger is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's an easy edit.
Oh my god,
man.
Dang. I don't know though. I mean, I wasn't there when you said Schwarzenegger. So
hold on.
hold on.
Just
nigger.
Whoa, yeah.
It's Nager.
Hey,
Schwarzenegger.
what was that movie with Danny DeVito and
Twins?
Yeah.
Or the one where they get pregnant.
The other guy in it?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
You're gonna make me enunciate extra whenever I say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Ager.
Schwarzenegger.
Everyone's saying racist confirmed.
Yeah, well, everyone who says that is obviously trolling me, just like you troll me when you play that stupid clip that someone had to edit together, and when you send me text messages to piss me off. So thank you guys for proving one thing, is that little Billy can't be pure and wholesome in this world because I'm surrounded by fucking assholes. That's the only problem. It's not me. It's you. It's you watching at home. It's you running the fucking soundboard. It's you motherfuckers.
I'm okay with it. Man.
We lost him.
Welcome back. All right. We can just move forward. We just got to finish this. Sorry, I forgot. I wasn't trying to.
The married dad of 4 told how the video the studio's new employees have to watch went through all the right and proper warnings.
What a non-story.
Yeah. Oh no.
Stuff like, it's bad to touch somebody on the bum and all that. And of course, sure, you're starting with a new company. Here are the rules. Da-di-da. But the purple veg ban left him red-faced and also relieved he'd found out. I mean, imagine if I was just saying, do you want some eggplant for dinner? And suddenly I'm up against a tribunal. Now I'm terrified, he said. Sexual harassment training films have become widespread in
That's
Hollywood
what I'm saying.
after the Me Too campaign.
It's gone too far.
Can we get some of these sexual harassment training videos for like a future episode? Like,
probably, there's probably old ones from the 90s.
We should get
there.
like we should find as far back as we can.
Let's watch that on the next private show.
We'll do a history of sexual harassment
Let's
videos.
watch training video. There's all kinds of weird ass
gotta see how far
videos.
back we can get them.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
There's so many good, just cheesy sexual harassment training videos you can Google.
I
It's
remember
hilarious.
I had an office job, and like the first day, human resources comes in and shows you like all the different videos and the bad acting and everything. It's so terrible.
I just got sick to my stomach. I just got sick to my stomach thinking about the fact that there's got to be a cringe rap version of sexual harassment training videos.
Probably. People try to rap a lot.
Oh my god!
If you haven't noticed,
It's in theory easier to remember, but it usually just turns out to be this like cringe fest.
I'm going to read through the Streamlabs and Super Chats, and then we're going to pause for a quick word from our sponsor, and then we're going to get on to crazy people. Also, guys, don't forget, we are doing tonight's post show on twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants. There's a link in the description. You can follow us there. You can send us Twitch bits. You can subscribe.
You can watch live for free with us, and those of you
watch
who
live
don't,
for free, and then actually in that weird limbo period between when it gets posted on YouTube and us not being live anymore, you'll be able to our subscribers on Twitch can watch it.
Yeah, but also it will go to Patreon for those who are Patreon members.
It'll get posted to YouTube, and the patrons will be able to see it within about 12 hours of doing it.
Yeah.
It'll be up and ready to go. So
yeah.
Let's see what we've got here. There's a lot. Oh, and by the way, guys, I didn't want to just take this away without announcing it, but I'm probably going to have to get rid of $1 Streamlabs. And the reason is that almost half of the dollar that you give us gets taken by PayPal. Like,
oh, shit.
Yeah. It's like almost half of it. So we get $1, we walk away with just over 50 cents from it. Because of the PayPal fees. And then, I mean, even $2 is way better. They only take like a little bit less than a quarter of it if you send $2 in. But $1, it's like it's almost not even worth the extra fees to get $1.
You're just giving your money to PayPal at that point instead of you guys.
Yep,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna read these here. Tucker White 94 $1. We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. Everyone has AIDS. You may now return to your regularly scheduled bullshit. Thank you. Tucker White 94.
I didn't know I could get it twice.
I didn't know I could get double AIDS.
Tucker White again. AIDS. Tucker White 94 again, $1. As someone who professionally covers NASCAR, I can tell you that you need a decent IQ to understand its idiotic point system.
That's true. It's all fucked up. It's gotten like really just it makes no sense.
Hypothesis $5. Not even a week after the Rumble, Elias and Rusev turned heel. What is it? Andrade was rumored to turn face and team with Mysterio, and Jeff Jarrett returned. No wonder why their ratings and they wonder why their ratings are so low.
Damn.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Their ratings are lower than they used to be, but here's the thing. A lot less people watch TV, and a lot less people have cable than they used to because now they have Netflix and Amazon Prime and all the other alternatives out there. And that's part of the reason. Also, DVRs. DVRs work with the ratings differently than watching live, too. So that alone is going to make their ratings lower on top of poor buy rates and poor like live viewers. So,
well, our co-host Dylan has that WWE subscription package
the network
where you get. So they're catching on to that whole like Netflix.
But their cable TV shows are not on the network.
Yeah, they have contracts with the TV stations.
Yeah, so
they can't
the weekly show, you have to watch USA for Raw, and you have, but actually the other one's going to be on Fox, which is at least better because it's over the air
Broadcast,
TV.
yeah.
Broadcast
over the air.
Yeah, it's
and Fox is going to have a little more control over that program.
It's going to be a little more widespread.
They're looking for more of a wrestling show rather than a comedy.
So yeah, if you have the network, see, here's the thing though. To get caught up on the story, you don't even need to watch the weekly show. You can watch the one pay-per-view a month, and that will just kind of fill you in on what happened over the last month. And then you watch pay-per-view, and that's it. And then you just wait. For people who actually want to watch and want to keep up on the storyline, they only have to watch once a month, really, to even like. There's just build up. That's all it is. It's a month of build up to the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It'd be like. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z and skipping all the episodes that's just build up and skipping to the actual fight.
Every pay-per-view has
You
like
know?
a promotional package of each match before the match starts, so you get like
Yep.
that. It's like that when you watch a TV show, like what happened, what you missed last week.
You could lose a bet and have to go to the Royal Rumble and not know what the fuck's going on, and then hate the 5 hours that you were there and leave early.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like I did that or anything, because I totally did.
Yeah. I can't believe you both went to the Royal Rumble and hated it. Like,
yeah, I went to the Royal Rumble 2 years ago, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
no, not even a little bit.
Juggalo V, $1. Did you keep? Were you sitting on the floor or were you up in the stands?
They were way back.
We were up in the stands.
Oh, okay. Juggalo V.
I saw everybody that got to keep their seat.
Yep, yeah, I have two of those. I have two of the like floor seats from shows. Juggalo V, $1. Have enough booze to survive. Do a shot. I don't have any booze, unfortunately. Manny, $6. Ohio will build a giant ice wall to keep out the Michigani wildlings. Who will be the first to join the Night's Watch and take the black? What does that mean?
It's Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, okay. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so. Drunk Babushka, $5. Hey guys, love the show. On the upper right, it's the guy that broke the window on a road rage you saw on tap. Okay.
The fat guy? Wasn't there a fat guy that broke the window? I watched
this
the video.
guy?
I don't know what's going on.
Hey guys, love the show. On the upper right, it's the guy that broke the window on a road rage you saw.
Yeah, there was there was a video of the guy that punched through the window, and then he was road raging. I don't know, that wasn't Tap, was it? Was it a private show or something?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Right now we're wasting way too much time talking about it.
Veins and Melody, $10. I got stood up, so here's some of the alcohol/condom money I didn't get to spend.
Hey,
damn.
If you send a little more than that, then you might get lucky.
Uranium Hot Dog, $2 from PXP. That branch thing is classic. Black Dad. Huh?
I have no idea what that means.
It says from P-EXP. That branch thing is classic Black Dad.
Yeah,
we're talking about like going out to get a branch out of the front yard to beat your ass
with
with
your
it.
kid for being bad. That's classic
yeah.
Black Dad.
Cut your own switch.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, how could he do that to those kids?" But then all the kids that grew up with black dads are like, "Oh man, like
everybody." I
wish we would have got beat for not dancing well enough, because then maybe we would have been superstars too.
Yeah,
we just got beat for dumb shit.
Jaws 3, $1. I don't think Larry Glitter's record sales ever went up. That's true. But Gary Glitter was never on Michael Jackson's level, right? He wrote some songs that were cool to play at like halftime or like during intermission at a hockey game or whatever.
I don't even know what they were.
He did hey,
that was Gary Glitter?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He got one through. Good for him.
There was like a few of them. he did like 2 or 3 songs that got really popular to play like during sporting events, and that was it. Ardrich, $5. Gonna be 8F. I'm reading it wrong. Gonna be -8 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So good thing you guys are giving me enough to drink. Cheers.
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 Don't go out in the cold.
Lord and Lady Articus, $20. Yo, excited for tomorrow's Discord hangout. Let's get some funds flowing in case of the Fropocalypse? What is the Fropocalypse?
The frozen apocalypse.
Oh, shit. The wife wanted me to tell Billy that he is...
A sweet boy?
He is a
sweet boy?
I don't know how to... I guess that's what this means.
Must be a sweet boy.
But it's in German, I think. Across the chop! Don't send me other languages. I can't read that shit, especially when it has like an umlaut in it. I don't know what the fuck that is. I mean, it's German looking to me, but I can't read it. Ace D. Copular, $10. Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you. Fuck your mother and a fucking asshole. That cunt is a douchebag and I fucking hate him. He gets on his dumb fuck show and talks shit. What? That's literally what it says.
Yeah. I like that somebody's that passionate about Bill Maher.
Across the chop!
Yeah.
No, that's a thing that we used to play on the show back in the day. That's what that's from.
I hate him.
Pretty good. Dave loves Bill Maher.
I think that's Ed Norton. I think that's who was saying that.
Oh, really?
Shit. Yeah.
That's funny.
Dave, you're not going to defend Bill Maher right now, like you usually
Why would
do?
I?
Because he's your favorite.
Boy, he can defend himself.
I'll defend Bill Maher. I like Bill Maher.
He's got some.
You might like him, but
I mean, not Ed Norton. Not Ed Norton. That guy's an actor.
I'm like, why is Ed Norton?
Jim Norton. That's what I meant to say. Jim Norton.
Oh, Jim Norton.
Yeah. Jim Norton. He's like the talk
little,
radio.
The little trans.
Yeah, that's
lover. He loves trans prostitutes.
Does he?
He loves trans women. Yeah, he's got an insatiable.
That's what I
hunger
meant to say. Not Ed.
For trans
Jim.
women. Jim Norton loves chicks with dicks. It's an infatuation. He's just disgustingly in love with them. Well, trans prostitutes, trans women, not just prostitutes, trans women. He loves a chick with a dick. Yeah, and Jim Norton is he's got a sweet tooth for fucking women cock. It's amazing. I'm just thought I'd bring that up about Jim Norton.
drunkenpeasantsinbox@gmail.com. If there's anything else you want us to cover on the show, you should be sending it there. If you have ideas for segments, send them there too. Give us your ideas about what you want to watch. This is one fucking show where we basically take advice from the audience. So if you want to give us advice, send it there and tell us what you would like to see on this show. We'll take it under consideration.
To that email address?
You can definitely send it in. Sending it in is not a guarantee that we'll be doing it, though.
Yeah, fuck off, Dave.
Damn it.
All right. Quick word from our sponsors, everybody. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Let's talk about sex. Good sex. Remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get extra confidence in bed with BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. It's a chewable like candy. You can take them anytime, day or night, and since they're chewable, they work twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. This isn't just for guys with dysfunction, it's for any guy who wants to enhance their performance in the bedroom. Anybody can be Dwayne Johnson. You want to be The Rock. Blue Chew is prescribed online and shipped straight to your door in a discreet package. No in-person doctor visits, no waiting in the pharmacy, and best of all, no more awkwardness. Blue Chew is made in the USA, and since it ships direct, it's cheaper than a pharmacy. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code PEASANTS. That's PEASANTS. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BLUE Chew.com. Promo code's PEASANTS to try it free. Blue Chew, the better, cheaper, faster choice.
All right, we're back.
I'm I'm challenging not just Egghead to look into Blue Chew, not just Egghead. I'm challenging the entire DP audience to look into Blue Chew, and I'll tell you what, you had the awkward boner segment not too long ago.
Yeah.
No under the pants stuff, all covered, but if you get Blue Chew and you get an awkward boner, snap a picture and send it in.
Yeah. Go out in public, take a Blue Chew,
And
wait about
sweatpants.
Yeah. Take a Blue Chew, put on your loosest pair of sweatpants, like MC Hammer parachute pants style shit. Go to the mall, have a buddy go with you to take your picture, and have you like go up to like the information counter and be like, "Hello, I'm here for the information."
You can do a little short video. You might want to go to like the aquarium, have an awkward boner in front of a manatee. Whatever you guys want to do. That's just.
But assuming if you do have a vagina to have sex with, do that instead.
But just have sex with a vagina?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, you don't
You know
have
those
to.
gas station dick pills that they sell, like behind the counter, where it says like, "Oh, I have a boner for like a week" or whatever the fuck. We bought one of those. We bought this thing, the Rhino 150K.
Wow!
And I snorted it.
Yeah,
did you
we
pop?
made him snort
It
it.
didn't work out.
What episode was that, Alan?
That was like 10 episodes ago now, man.
More than that.
I snorted the fuck out of it, and it looked really fucking wrong because it was all broke up on a phone with a credit card, and I snorted it with a $1 bill. It tasted like garlic, and I never got a boner, so I was disappointed.
I
Blue
say,
Chew, though, would probably give me the biggest of.
If you don't want to go out and do the public boner, just get some Blue Chew. You can get free fucking Blue Chew, so why not try it out? I'll get some. I'll take it during the show and just sit here.
You'll just sit there,
yeah,
with somebody like me
I won't
in the
whack
same
it.
room. Yeah, you better just sit there.
Dude, you guys should take it at the same time.
But
and see
anyway,
who gets all
take a
fucking
picture.
girthy first.
You don't have to put your face in it. Take a picture of your throbbing manhood and DM it to Billy the Fridge.
No.
Are your DMs open on
Definitely
Twitter?
not.
Damn it.
Definitely not.
Damn it. I don't know. Find his email address somewhere. I know he's got one.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Send dicks to Billy. You know, before we move into the crazy people segment, we'll do a little bit of this.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
This is the part
Hey,
of the
Billy,
show.
who was that guy's last name that just said that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. I just was just curious.
For everybody in the patron chat right now, this is the Q&A segment where you can ask us questions and we will gladly answer.
By the way, all of you guys who want to support us through Subscribestar, I don't know what's going on because I have 2 Subscribestar accounts and one is working, but the DP one is not working. For some reason.
No shit.
They're not letting people support us there.
Violet Stoolbutter says, "Hey Billy, who would win, a trillion lions or the sun?" The sun?
I mean, the lions couldn't even get close to. I mean, how could you just? I mean, do the lions have like some kind of ballistic missile to take the sun
Even
out?
if you threw a trillion lions at the sun, like the sun's gonna eat them motherfuckers up, right?
They wouldn't even get to the sun. They would
Yeah.
vaporize before they even got to like what we see. of the
Ardrich
sun.
asks, "Billy, do you have a Discord crush?" I don't think so. Do I? Do I have a Discord crush right now? I don't know. I missed the one. When's the next DP meetup? We have to figure that out because that would be fun. I want to do one in New York City. I want to do one in so many different cities. Though I tried to talk Ben into doing one in Utah, but he was like, "Why would we do that?" And I was like, "I like Utah. I don't like Utah. I've never been there before,
like
but I want to go.
Mormons.
I want to go. I want to go hang out with Mormons." But you know, yeah. Someone's saying the sun would just get bigger if you threw a trillion lions into them. So because it would fuel the sun more, you'd be fueling the sun with lions. Someone asked me how I deal with my Blue Chew boner addiction. I mean, your boy just deals with it, okay? A lot of chafing. Do one in Utah. Do one in Wyoming. You guys are crazy.
Someone said Vancouver. That's like probably the most doable one besides one in Seattle.
I actually do want to do Vancouver.
Yeah.
That would be doable, I think.
You gotta get a passport to go to Canada, though, don't you?
Yeah,
but whatever.
Go there.
I have to get my passport for sure.
I mean, it's easy. I can get there through my driver's license because I have an enhanced driver's license.
Egghead said there's a new version of the WWE Championship.
Basically, so basically, my when I went to get my Washington driver's license, I brought my passport with me, and they verified that it was real, and now my driver's license works at basically like a passport if I cross into Canada. By
Enhanced
land. By land, though.
Yeah.
If I cross in an airplane, then I need my normal passport. But if I take the train or if I drive up there, it's just my regular driver's license.
Another question: Has Egghead cleaned his bathtub yet? It's a work in progress. Caleficent says, "Can you help me fuck with my fiance by screaming, Kevin, stop playing Epic 7 and pay attention to me?"
Wow.
There it is.
Come to Toronto. Probably not going to happen. We'll just do a Canadian tour. Spirit, here's the deal. We're going to come sleep in your garage, and we'll come to Toronto. But we're sleeping in your garage.
Hey, if anything, just back to the Blue Chew thing really quick. If anything, you can at least try out Blue Chew because I picked awesome porno sounding music for that ad.
Well, I mean, listen, like maybe you don't have erectile dysfunction.
Well,
but what
it says it's not just for that.
Yeah, what if Blue Chew gives you that Excelsior penis? Maybe you don't have anybody to put it in, but maybe that Excelsior penis just gives you enough confidence that you find somebody.
I would say, people who would normally throw us a $5 to support the show, throw Blue Chew a $5 because in the long run that supports the show even more.
I would just say this: get your boner chew pills because they're fucking awesome. Chew them. Get a hard cack, and then
what are you
your
against
life.
boners?
Yeah, here's the deal. You buy the
anti-boner.
You get the Blue Chew. You get the boner. You get a raise at work. You give us more money that way. Okay, go get your boner raises.
They always promote people with giant boner.
It's true.
That's just how it works.
It's true.
If you've never gotten promoted, it's because you don't have a giant boner.
We're doing
now
a meetup
you can.
at Spirit's Garage.
Dave and I are the worst at promoting a product. I'm sorry.
We got beards and beard balm.
We have a beard balm, but that makes sense.
Yeah,
none of us.
Totally does.
3 out of 4 of us don't have giant boners, Dave.
It says here. It says here that when you take the recommended dosage, it can last 24 to 36 hours, and it starts working within 25 to 30 minutes.
It's chewable, so it works faster than other boner stuffs.
Other boner stuffs.
Other boner stuffs.
Is that the type of product like boner stuffs?
Ardrich says, "Fine, I'll get Blue Chew, but I'm only using it when masturbating." That's
Whatever.
fine. Like honestly, if you had a more chiseled dong, while pleasuring yourself, that would be better.
It's totally acceptable on Twitter to post dick pics. So you could make like a sock account. Just make sure you tag Billy the fridge in the dick pic that you post on Twitter.
Agree with this.
And he's
want
constantly looking at that shit. So if you do that, I guarantee you he'll see it.
I don't agree with this at all.
Yeah, show Billy your boners.
Make a burner account. Don't show your face and just be like, "Hey, check this out."
Don't do that. I will report.
For Billy.
I will report, and not only report, I'll hire a private detective to match your dick up to your profile, and they will take your dick pictures and they will print them up and post them on the wall of your place of employment with your username on it.
This is all bullshit.
Do not do that.
Well, what if I don't care?
I don't know. I just feel like we finally found a sponsor that can really help people out.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is pay $5 shipping and handling, and you get all that male enhancement. Come on.
Look.
And I saw some female members of the audience asking, like, what happens if I take it? It's like, I don't know. I don't recommend. I don't even think they'll send it to you if you're female, because you do have to have like a quick evaluation, and I think being female disqualifies you.
You can still
for it.
you can still convince somebody to get it, right?
That's weird.
But this is the thing. Ben told me, he's like, Billy, we've advertised for the Daily Show on this channel. We've advertised for sports betting, and these are all things.
All sorts of
these
shit.
are all things I love.
Mattresses,
like
watches,
home delivery food systems.
Yeah.
Wine. He's like, I love all these things. He says, but you know what I love more than that? Big, hard, throbbing boners.
Yeah. I mean, just knowing that I'm helping the world get boners.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's something to be proud of.
Great.
Yeah. Especially someone like Egghead, who has admittedly had performance issues.
We're coming up on likely 4 months since he's got his girlfriend has gotten a boner or an orgasm. I mean,
wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No wonder she's punching people.
It's been 4 months. Unless within the last month or so he's given her a pleasurable experience. We don't know if he has or not. We don't know. But
all right, we're moving into our next segment. Blue Sonichu?
The bone broth.
The bone broth. All right. Check this out. Girl named Clitoris gets roasted on Facebook.
Clitorius.
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 Yeah.
Clitorius.
I won't give in.
Clitoris urethra.
Clitorius VAG.
Yeah.
Her middle name is almost like urethra. It's Aretha.
Yeah.
Clitorius urethra.
Fry. It's fucked up.
Damn it. Urethra Franklin over here.
Urethra Franklin.
Fugitive file. Clitoris Urethra Fry, age 34, is wanted for violating the terms and conditions of her supervised probation. She removed her ankle bracelet and her whereabouts are unknown. Her last known address is 163 Chancellor. Oh, hold up. Are you telling me that people are having problems finding the clitoris?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Look at the comments on this.
Might
shit.
be time to call in the secret cervix. Put some pressure on her. She'll eventually come.
Maybe she's out trying to find that guy that licked a doorbell for 3 hours.
Waka waka waka.
Yeah. Hey. Welcome to the morning zoo, everybody.
Yeah.
I think some of you are confusing the sisters. Clitorius isn't hard to find, but her sister Gispoticus seems to be more elusive.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you believe that the 8,000 nerve endings of this woman? Can you believe the 8,000 nerve endings of this woman? Can you believe the 8,000 nerve endings of this woman, Ben?
Someone said, y'all ought to stop. I'm sure she's super sensitive.
Damn it.
Oh.
I heard she was last seen in the pink vulva heading south on Route 69.
Well, I'd say men will have a tough time finding her.
Okay, Brandy. Okay,
Hey.
Brandy. Maybe you just got a really fat pussy that's not worth digging deep into, you fucking cunt. Sorry. I'm tired of men getting blamed for other people's orgasms. Okay? Take care of yourself. Get a dildo or something.
I bet she's hiding in a bush somewhere.
See? Thank you, Billy. Points back to Billy. Fuck.
She was probably rubbed the wrong way.
Some cunning linguist in this thread.
Me, found her. No, you didn't. 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 Me. I give up. I think I know where she's at. I just can't put my finger on it.
Oh my god.
Forget a canine. Just use a rabbit.
Okay, this is the zoo in my hometown. I guess people were looking up news in my hometown and sending it to us.
Orangutan detaches thumb of Toledo Zoo volunteer.
Detaches?
Probably deserved it.
The Toledo Zoo conducted an internal
prosthetic
review after an unpaid staff member received injuries from a male orangutan on Saturday and concluded safety protocols were followed. An unpaid staff member lost his thumb to a fucking
you know what?
orangutan?
This is bullshit. If you want to work at this zoo, you have to volunteer for like years.
Damn.
And pay your fucking dues and then after years of indentured servitude to the fucking zoo, then they finally hire you and start paying
you say pay your dues, but it's not like he was paying an arm and a leg.
A finger.
No,
I can't quite put my finger on it.
Just a finger.
According to the zoo, resident 14-year-old orangutan Bajik inflicted non-life-threatening injuries to the staff member whose thumb was detached in the encounter. They say detached. Did the motherfucker pull the thumb off?
It was removed.
It was either bitten off or pulled off. I don't know.
Like this? Like
they are
Oh, you
strong.
gotta do the magic trick. Do the magic. There it is. There, yeah, like that.
Shit.
Oh, you fucked up.
Shit. The injured person was treated at the hospital, is reported to be in good spirits. Fuck you. You're working at the zoo for free. You probably should be in one of the cages if you're in good spirits after losing your thumb for working for free. I guess
that's the finger you don't want to lose is your thumb. You you need your thumbs.
I guess Bindi Irwin lost her damn dad at the zoo and still grew up to work in the zoo. So I guess I understand this. People who work with animals are just fucking crazy.
Well, Steve got it from a fucking freak accident, though. Like
it was a stingray or like a manta ray.
Stingray.
Yeah.
Those guys never kill anything.
I don't think it was
ever.
at a zoo. I think it was swimming in the ocean.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. She's still working in the zoo. She's still working in the wildlife zoo. Her papa died to an animal. The guy's in good spirits and is consciously optimistic that the thumb will retain function and mobility. So the thing got ripped off, pulled off, bit off. I don't know. They're going to replace it, and he thinks he'll have function and mobility. That's okay. I still would rather not have my thumb pulled off, and I think I'd be defeated by the zoo at that point. I'm like, all right, y'all motherfuckers going to pay me now. I'm suing.
Yeah.
Zoo officials said an internal review of the incident showed safety protocols were followed and there was no risk to the public. All orangutans, including Bajik, remain on exhibit in great apes with no change to their daily care or schedules. The zoo appreciates the concern for our staff member and Bajik the orangutan, a statement from the zoo said. Did we not hear how this shit happened?
No.
They're just saying, oh, his thumb got detached.
Detached.
That's
such a weird way.
Did he get slammed shut in the gate? Like, I lost a part of my finger.
Zoo staffer's thumb falls off in freak accident.
I lost, like, the tip of my finger in a door hinge when I was a little kid.
They make it sound as benign as possible, but it's not. It doesn't just detach. It's not detachable.
Yeah, that got, like, ripped off.
Or bitten off. Something like that.
Got bit off. It had to have gotten bit off. There's no other way you lose a thumb.
If it was in the door hinge and they slammed the door hinge shut
Something
on a cage
like
or
that.
something, it might have slammed it and popped it off.
That's the only other way, though.
You don't think?
I mean, why would they blame it on the fucking orangutan?
You don't think the orangutan could have pulled that thumb off too?
I think they could, possibly. I know a chimp could probably
What's
do
the
it.
title of it? What's the title of this article again? Orangutan detaches thumb of Toledo Zoo volunteer.
It's just
so vague.
Maybe he
That's
grabbed
so
the thumb and
fucking
pulled it
vague.
off. Maybe the guy had a banana in his hand, and he was like, "Got your banana," and the orangutan was like, "Fuck you!" Got it right.
By the way, look at the. See the temperature currently?
7 degrees in Toledo.
Let me update it and see if it updates.
They deserve it.
Damn.
I don't know why.
Exclusive Sweet Boy in the patron chat says, a chimp could rip my dick off, but I'll rip its dick off too.
Oh, it's down to 5 now.
Damn, 5.
Damn.
Go fuck yourself with that shit.
Yep.
Man ends up in hospital after injecting semen to cure back pain.
Is this Chris
We
Chan?
talked about this guy a couple of weeks ago,
Oh
Alan.
no.
Yeah, this guy is a fucking nightmare.
A man was hospitalized after it was discovered he'd been injecting himself with his own semen for 18 months. The 33-year-old unnamed Irishman, I'm like, why does it matter if he's unarmed?
Well, in Ireland, I think most of them are.
The 33-year-old unnamed Irishman is being treated in Dublin for a subcutaneous abscess on his right arm after injecting his ejaculate on a monthly basis in a bid to cure his back pain.
Sure.
Where the fuck did he get that idea? Oh, God!
Are all the
It's jizz
cameras
in his
freezing?
arm! Ah!
Oh my god.
That's just That's just the cummiest of arms you've ever seen in your life.
I think this dude has needs some like amputation.
Dude, he could squeeze his arm and cream pie his own arm.
Oh, are they? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now, and I've had like some like infections in my body that look kind of like this, but they weren't from semen, as far as I know.
They were from army men.
No, they're from. Whoa, I can't remember what the infection was from, but I had to put I had to take antibiotics and stuff. It was bad. I don't know how you fix this. Do you get like a porn star to come suck the venom out?
Yeah, exactly. You have to have some kind of professional, like a porn star, to come and suck your own venom out of your arm.
Yeah. If Spider-Man got bitten by a radioactive spider, does this guy become Semen Man? Seaman?
Yeah, he shoots webs of cum everywhere across the city.
Oh God.
Oh God, that looks so bad.
However, the doses, upon this occasion, the patient had injected 3 doses of semen intravascularly and intramuscularly. However, the doses caused a red rash on his right upper arm. When the doctors fully examined him, which included an x-ray, they discovered the semen had leaked into the soft tissue of his arm. This patient's back pain improved over the course of his inpatient stay, and he opted to discharge himself, waka waka, without an availing of an incision or drainage of the local collection, the journal said. Unsurprisingly, the Irish medical authors say the case is the first ever described case of intravascular semen injection and associated abscess in the medical literature. So that's where is that a well of cummies in his arm?
This is so disgusting.
Yeah, right there, right.
Oh God,
right
it's so gross.
Below his elbow, there is just a big old vat of cum.
He injected it into his back, and it pooled up into his arm.
It was just into his arm to cure his back.
Why does he think that's gonna work?
I don't know.
Because he watches David Avocado Wolf or some shit. I'm sure.
No.
He genderizes crystals.
However, it did say there was a known report on the effects of subcutaneous semen injection into rats and rabbits. Lucky animals.
Yeah.
The study went on. Why is that lucky? You're pumping.
You ever come into a rat before? It's fun.
Yeah. Oh God, the Hassenpfeffer for dinner. The study went on to say this situation must be taken as a warning and demonstrates the risks involved with medical experimentation prior to extensive clinical research in the form of phased trials inclusive of safety and efficacy assessments. Hold up. Pumping cum in your body via like a syringe it demonstrates the risks of medical experimentation. This demonstrates the risks of being absolutely out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I want to go to the doctor today, so I'm just going to pump my arm full of semen through a syringe.
Hope for the best. Fingers crossed.
I can see the women that like rub it on their face, and like the men or whoever too, or the people that cook with it. I could see that because you know what? It's not like cum hasn't ever been on somebody's face or in their mouth before. So it's not that, like, even if it doesn't work, have your little placebo. But once you start injecting that shit into your inner fucking body where you don't even get air particles, like you're pumping cum into your fucking arm.
Check this shit.
Yep.
These two guys get into a little fender bender on the highway. The one guy tries to speed off. So the other guy rides the hood of this other guy's car, and they get up to as high as 75 miles an hour with this guy hanging on his car.
They should have just shot each other.
Well, neither of them had guns, but
these battles.
But the weird thing is that a guy did run up on the guy in the car at some point with a gun and held the gun at him to get him to stop driving, and until the police came. So here's this crazy shit.
A 65-year-old man clung to the hood of an SUV as it traveled at speeds of up to 70 miles an hour, allowing a road rage incident on the Massachusetts Turnpike. The man, Richard Kamarowski, and the driver of the SUV, 37-year-old Mark Fitzgerald, were involved in a minor sideswipe on Saturday and had pulled over to exchange information, Fox News reported. When the men got into an argument, Fitzgerald began to drive away. That's when Kamarowski jumped on the hood of Fitzgerald's SUV.
That is
going nowhere.
Crazy.
I thought he was going to run me over, and I don't know. I don't think he stopped. He just kept going fast, then slow, then fast, then slow, trying to get me to slide off, and I wasn't getting off the car, Kamarowski told WFXT.
Yeah, I'm standing my ground.
Ultimately, other drivers, including one with a gun, persuaded Fitzgerald to stop his vehicle.
Oh, so somebody else with a gun.
Yeah,
was like, "All right,
somebody else with a
motherfucker,
gun
you
ran
need to
up and
stop."
tried to stop it.
Stop!
I mean, it's
Stop!
Just like that.
How'd you know what he sounded like?
I have this intuition. Massachusetts State Police arrested both Fitzgerald and Kamarowski, WFXT reported. Fitzgerald faces charges of assault with a dangerous weapon, negligent driving, and leaving the scene of an accident involving property damage. Kamarowski was charged with disorderly conduct.
That guy, I would say the guy that tried to drive away was more at fault because he tried to flee the scene of an accident, and he drove 70 miles an hour with a guy hanging on his hood. Now, the other guy's an idiot because he got on top of a guy's car.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
I'll take the disorderly conduct charge all day, though. That's fucking... That's
fuck
easy peasy.
Fuck
That's
who's more
paying
at
a
fault,
fine in
right?
court.
Fuck who's more at fault. These guys got charged with what they should have been charged with.
Yeah, they really did.
So the other guy's in way more deep shit.
Yeah, a dangerous weapon, assault with a dangerous weapon, negligent driving, and leaving the scene of an accident are all big things. Disorderly conduct's not that
weapon
big.
is usually a felony, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is a dangerous weapon. I don't
that's
know if it counts as deadly.
It is
dangerous
deadly,
thing.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if you're 70 miles per hour with a guy on your fucking hood, that's easily could kill that motherfucker with other cars beside you too.
Yeah,
you could knock him off. He bounces his head off of a car. What you could say in that case is that the guy feared for his life because
depends on what state you're in.
Well, true.
If I was on some random dude's hood with him going 70, I think I'd be in fear of my life.
No, but if some random guy jumps on the hood of your car. Like
he wasn't random.
Oh, the other way around.
He wasn't random though. He's the guy you're trying to flee the accident.
Yeah, but if you flee, you're then charged with leaving a scene of an accident, right?
What the guy should have done was take out his cell phone and got the guy fleeing. Instead of trying to be some kind of vigilante. Motherfucker's 65 years old and he's hanging onto a car.
To defend the guy that's fleeing, he could have said, I was moving my car off the highway to get out of the way.
So he could have lied, is what you're saying.
I mean, that's how people win cases when they're guilty. And then he says, and then the guy jumped on my car, and I was scared for my life because what sort of maniac jumps on the hood of your car? And so my initial reaction was to drive away to get him out of my car, and I tried to slow down to get him off, and he would show no sign of breaking away. So I kept speeding. I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do in that moment. Boom! They're gonna put me in prison after that.
No, put your hands behind your back, Billy.
Nope. I swear I would get away with it. I would start crying too. I'd be like, and when I was a little kid, my little sister jumped on one of my Hot Wheels.
And then you start whipping your tits out. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Who wants some of these succulent chesticles, officer?
Like, yep, you're right. Here's a warning.
Yep. I'm getting away scot-free.
Yeah.
Massachusetts State Police arrested both the guys. I think that was the right move. I think they got charged correctly. Yeah. If I was Fitzgerald, I would definitely play the part that this crazy man jumped on the hood of my car, and I didn't know what to do, and I was scared, and I tried to flee the scene to get away from him, and it didn't work. But that's gonna be tough. You got a fucking human being on the hood of your car. You're going 7 miles per hour. I'm glad the guy didn't fall off.
The moral of the story is the man with the gun was not charged.
Yep.
I like how you insinuated because Bill Cosby is a black man in prison that the guy with the gun must be white, Ben. That's fucking racist.
I saw
dude.
it.
We don't
I
know
saw
what
a video
race
of
he was.
it.
Was he white?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, there is you know what? I realized there is another Trump story.
Trump.
Oh, I thought we only were getting one.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
To be fair,
one.
this isn't politics related, is it?
Not really.
Trump wanted his Disney animatronic to brag about his skyscraper.
Yeah, because they have the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah.
I've been there before. It's interesting. It's like animatronic presidents.
Yeah.
This is
President Donald Trump reportedly wanted to tweak the script of his animatronic likeness at Walt Disney's World's Hall of Presidents attraction to make a quick boast. The iconic attraction has for decades added new animatronics for each president as they're elected, complete with audio. Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush.
I'm Bill Clinton. I got a girl to suck my dick in the Oval Office. That's
Yeah.
that's what his should say.
Hi, I'm Bill Clinton, and I got caught having a girl suck my dick in
Yeah.
the Oval Office. Not like it had never been done before.
I spooged all over her black dress.
It was blue dress, right?
But I put a
It was
cigar
blue dress.
deep in her.
Yeah. Sometimes an emoji plant is just an emoji plant, but a cigar is never just a cigar.
never.
Presidents Bill Clinton,
Thanks to
George
Monica
W. Bush,
Lewinsky.
and Barack Obama all recorded dialogue for the attraction. In Trump's case, however, he wanted to personalize the speech with a boast about his pre-presidential business activities. According to the book Team of Vipers by Cliff Sims, we're back with Cliff Sims. This is actually a continuation of the earlier article.
So it is one story now.
Yeah, it's a continuation. Who served as director of White House message strategy? The president wanted to add a line about how Americans invented the skyscraper, the Daily Beast reported. Then
Now,
I could
real
add-
quick, Trump
Yeah.
said he was like some low-level, like nobody.
Yeah.
He was the director of a whole like deal within the Trump's
of
like,
White House message
presidential
strategy, though. It's message
He was
strategy.
yeah, but to be a director, you can't say like you're a director, but a low level. of
But
anything.
we're talking
So
director of White House message strategy. And who
That's pretty big.
Who handles all the White House messages? Trump's Twitter account and Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Like
Yes.
this guy had to direct Trump on the toilet with his Twitter account and Sarah Huckabee Sanders in between sandwiches. I'm on the Huckabee sandwich diet.
Huckabee sandwich.
Damn it.
Oh my God.
I've been on the Subway diet, and I just want to lose enough weight so I can look as hot as Kellyanne Conway for you.
I
Donald
think
Trump,
it's kind of
President
cool
Trump.
that I can look two different ways at the same time.
Yeah.
And by the way, the president did nothing wrong.
The president did nothing wrong.
Could you imagine Cliff just standing outside of the bathroom of Trump while he's taking a shit and just like, no, don't send that. Don't post that. Don't post it.
I'm gonna
As
post
your
it, Cliff.
director, I would say don't send that.
Cliff.
Fuck it, I'm gonna send it.
That girl's related to Mike Huckabee, right?
Yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is his daughter.
Yeah.
That's his daughter.
Yeah.
That looks
There's a
about right.
dynasty. There's a U.S. government dynasty with the Huckabees now.
Then Trump said, then I could add a little, which of course I know a thing or two about, right? Trump reportedly said. Disney objected, noting that a skyscraper wasn't really an invention, but just a taller building. And Sims removed the line from Trump's script. The Daily Beast reported, citing an advance copy of the book. That's Trump. America didn't invent the skyscraper. They just perfected tall buildings, right? And
I don't even think they did that.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't think we were the first place to build skyscrapers.
I don't know. We had a run with the tallest building in the world, right? Like,
sure we did.
Yeah,
sure.
but because somebody
I don't think
figured
we
out how to
invented,
build tall
a
buildings.
concept or anything.
look, we were the new world. We had a lot to build. The old world, they had like lighthouses and shit, and the church bells and shit. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was not perfected. Motherfucker tilted.
Okay.
So
I'm reading some comments, and
Okay.
I gotta say, I have to go back to my middle school, high school education level, and the two things I do remember now that I reflect are the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and
Yeah,
that
it
America
sure is.
made the steel inner skeleton of buildings to make them taller.
yeah,
So I
Pythagorean
redact what I
theorem.
said a minute ago.
yeah.
Home
Donald Trump-
insurance building.
So
was the first-
in summary, Donald Trump's right.
fuck yourself.
We did.
Yeah, home insurance.
the world.
First skyscraper, 1885, Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Trump was like, "Well,
America.
if we can't tell them how we invented skyscrapers, can we at least tell them how we perfected being a slumlord, and then I can talk more about my New York City slumlord history?"
Yeah. That'd be a good idea. The way and how he discriminated against black people in renting or selling any of his units.
Yeah. I should really be able to tell about how we invented discrimination.
Yeah, we invented all the atrocities ever.
Trump.
Except for World War.
Trump, you didn't invent discrimination, Donald Trump.
No, I'm pretty sure I did.
Pretty sure I did. And then I fixed it.
and then I made it better.
Yeah, and then I made it better.
I invented it, and then I made it better. No. And then I sold hats that say "Make America Great Again," but they're all made in China. Top dollar.
Well, he's got to get his best bang for his buck. Shit.
You're not going to make America great again by making these hats in America. They're not cost effective. Okay, they're not cost effective.
I would like to start making MAGA hats in America, but the only way I think we can do it cost effective in America is by eating red crayons and taking red dumps on people's heads.
Make MAGA hats in America great again.
Yeah. We could do
by making them in America.
I want one. I saw one that said "Made you look."
Yeah, it says like "Calm down." It's just a red hat.
Yeah. Oh, every time I see an old man with a red hat, I have to double take. I'm like,
you don't see that out here that much. Though.
Well, I go to Five Guys a lot.
Are they at Five
Guys Burger and Fries? They all have red hats at the Burger and Fry place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just Five Guys.
Look, guys, maybe he's just wearing an old Dale Earnhardt Jr. hat.
Yeah,
that's all.
Five Guys burger hats look like MAGA hats, except they just say Five Guys in the font. So you could really be like Five Guys, what, in the woods wearing hoods?
Whoa.
Yeah, you don't know. That's what Five Guys could be for. It could be Secret Klan's MAGA hat. We don't know.
Yeah, they just made like rad burgers and still just, one of those.
Check this out, Billy.
Yeah.
You would have loved this shit back in the day. Back in the day, you would have been like devastated that you missed such a glorious event.
Oh, no.
Here it is. German chocolate factory spill makes for sweet street.
What?
Ooh.
No. I'm a sweet boy.
I would do this on purpose.
I would try and save all the chocolate.
Don't chase me around. I'm full of chocolate.
I'm full of chocolate. I'm saving the chocolate. Don't chase me around. My belly is too full of chocolate. Yeah, that's a sweet little chocolate river there. Was this Augustus Gloop escape from Wonka?
Yeah.
Wonka chocolate factory.
Had to be. This is the escape trail.
What do you get when you spill the chocolate? A bunch of angry diabetics talking shit. Bum, 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 bum. Firefighters in the town of Wörl in western Germany tackled an unusual emergency late on Monday when a tank at a local firm making liquid chocolate overflowed and poured onto a street. About a ton of chocolate ran out into the yard and from there onto the street, a spokesman for the Wörl Fire Department said in a statement. The firefighters closed off the street and shoveled the chocolate about 108 square feet to one side before a specialist cleaning company cleaned the road. Despite this heartbreaking incident, it is unlikely that a chocolate-free Christmas is imminent in Wörl, the fire department said. China. Someone said it's not chocolate. They're fucking lying.
Whoa.
Is it shit?
I mean, if there's a street full of chocolate, you tell me it's chocolate, I'm going to eat it thinking that it's chocolate. And if I find out it's shit,
doo-doo.
I'll never trust you again.
Like, this is doo-doo.
It's doo-doo brown, baby. That voodoo,
we don't
that
beat Japan with their millions and millions of cars coming into this country.
Millions.
I love the remix of him where it's just him saying millions and millions for like 5 minutes.
I have this soundboard that I have of him. It's just him. There's like a whole section where he's just saying a bunch of numbers, like this one.
$9,240,000,000.
You're getting a treat, Ben.
And then this one. Oh.
You're getting sesame chicken.
Oh.
Yeah, because the barbecue was canceled.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Damn it.
$8,737,540,000.
Two?
Dave,
four?
Dave, what do you think he was referring to there as far as that number?
240.
Do any of you guys eat dark chocolate?
Yeah.
No.
Dark chocolate's more keto, right?
Dark chocolate's more probably got.
Is it less keto?
Well, really, it depends on
It
the
has
milk
less
chocolate.
sugar,
Milk
right?
has some sugar in it, right? But dark chocolate probably has less, depending on how dark it is. The darkness of the chocolate is based on how much pure chocolate's in it. So milk will probably bring more sugar, less sugar because it's more dark chocolate. You can get a dark chocolate cut with like a very like low sugar count. They put like the fake sugar in it. I've had some really good keto chocolate, but the question here is, how much better is dark chocolate than milk chocolate, or vice versa to you guys?
Look,
I like dark chocolate.
I hand out dark chocolate on Halloween just to be a prick. So
I like dark chocolate with sea salt in it, like the salty dark chocolate.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
yeah, because you're an adult, but a child is going to hate that, and that's why I exist.
That's why I exist.
It's just to ruin Halloween.
I always loved
you get a
Hershey's-
shitload of it, but
Hershey's Special
you're not gonna
Dark.
like a touch of it.
Hershey's Special Dark.
Yeah, because there were the variety packs of the mini chocolate bars, and there was like a regular Hershey's milk chocolate bar, and then they had Special Dark, and they had, I think it was Mr. Good Bar was one of them too.
Yeah, they weren't dark though, right? Mr. Good Bar wasn't dark chocolate.
No. The Special Dark was.
It was just
Special Dark, Mr. Good Bar, Crackle, and
Crackle.
Hershey. Hershey milk chocolate. And
Yeah.
Hershey with almonds sometimes too.
Yeah, yep,
Would be in
yep.
those little packages.
Damn, that's funny how we remember all that shit. All right, now Billy, name all the different types of Girl Scout cookies.
Go quick.
Samoa's mint
Okay.
mint chocolate, right?
No,
Or
Thin Mints.
Thin Mints,
Nope.
yeah.
Thin Mints?
Thin Mints, Samoa's.
Wow, you
honestly,
fail as a fatty.
dude, my parents were poor.
Where's your fat card? Turn
My
it
parents
over.
were poor. They wouldn't buy
Can't
Girl
even
Scout
remember
cookies.
Tagalongs.
You didn't have a
Tagalongs?
pool either,
No.
did ya?
I didn't have a pool either. That's why my back's fucked up.
Dosey dos.
Yeah,
Man,
I for one, I wouldn't buy Girl Scout cookies anyways because I'm fat, right? And
Tagalongs,
the last thing I want to do is pay a premium to talk to a little girl.
There was the peanut
right?
butter ones, too. Peanut butter patties.
I feel creepy when a little kid's trying to sell me a fucking box of cookies. I don't want to buy. I don't look them in the eye. I just walk
no, you
through.
don't feel creepy. You feel vulnerable.
There was a
And
couple
that's
of
uncomfortable.
There was a
It's
couple
okay,
of Girl
Billy.
Scouts posted up out front of Royal Rumble when we got done. We were walking out. They were selling Girl Scout cookies.
They like to
Brilliant
hang
fucking
out
move.
like a reasonable distance from the weed stores here.
Yeah, that's smart though.
My daughter's a Girl Scout. That's what I was trying to line up for. I was like, maximize sales. We'll find a dispensary right now.
There just happens to be a dispensary next to this yarn store.
Check
that I'm
this
selling
out.
In front of.
Huh.
Pray with the Pope from your iPhone. Click to pray are not words you'd expect to come out of the Pope's mouth. But that's what onlookers heard during the traditional Sunday address from Pope Francis as he introduced Click to Pray, an app for communal prayer aimed at young people. This charges you, I bet, right?
I have no idea.
We have to. You know what? I'll download it right now. as
Oh,
we're
you're
talking
sick.
about it.
You really gonna do this?
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it right now.
dude. This is the Pope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pope Francis.
I'm
He's one of the
I'm gonna
more
be one with the Pope
progressive
here in a minute.
popes. I mean, that's not saying much because the Catholic Church is so archaic in so many ways, but he's one of the more progressive ones. So, yeah,
So you'd
he
be able to
would.
like, throw bits at different like dioceses. Like, can you like support one bishop over, you know, and then like the next night you can go watch another bishop stream and you throw bits at him, and
that would be awesome.
It's downloading.
Are you getting it?
Yep.
Is there a price?
Yep.
How much
No, it's
is
free.
Okay. The internet and social
It's
media
free.
are a resource of our time, the Pope said. From a balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square, Francis then gestured to a tablet. Father Frederick Fornos, international director of the Pope's Worldwide Prayer Network, held up the device for the crowd to see. Here, Francis said, I'll insert the intentions in the prayer requests for the mission of the church. He tapped the screen several times
I love how you do his voice.
before glancing up at Fornos. Did I do it? He asked.
Notifications.
I think he's
Okay.
from South America, so I would think he'd have more of like a Spanish kind of sounding
Did I
accent.
do it? He asked. The Pope has made.
I was just gonna say, who fucking wrote this? J.K. Rowling.
The Pope has made earnest efforts to embrace technology, tweeting frequently and calling the web a gift from God.
Now, before we had to actually molest the children to get off. Now we can just watch the videos.
Where's that quote?
Now he's given his followers a convenient way to turn on their smart devices and see what the leader of the Catholic Church is praying for at any given time. Oh, this is gross. Pray every day, reads the app when it opens. Pray together with others. Give to the community. You know, I actually, digressing a little bit here, someone linked me to a religious...
All right, I'm in.
A religious version of Pokemon Go. It's like Pokemon Go for walking around and like catching like, I don't know, holy spirits or some
dumb shit. Here's what it says. Here's the first screen that it says, "Hello, we have been waiting for you. Pray every day for the intentions of the Pope, for the challenges of humanity, and the mission of the Church." So here we go.
Foreskin.
Here, and then the first thing that you get to is this month, X amount of people have prayed. So so far we're at 126,549 prayers.
Wow, that's pretty weak considering that's weak considering how many Catholics there are in the world.
But that's on the app, right?
Well, I mean, like, this would be just bottom, Catholics, but there's still a lot.
At the bottom, there's buttons. One is campaigns. I haven't clicked it yet. One is pray with the Pope, and there's a button that says click to pray. Should I do that?
Yes.
Yeah, click to pray.
Click to pray.
Right. Let's. Oh, that was easy. The first thing you just click it, and the first thing it says is "Thank you for praying."
You did a pray.
So that was easy as fuck. Now I'm super religious, guys. I just did
How the fuck is that a prayer?
I don't know.
Think about it.
I really feel better about myself now.
It makes that actually makes more impact than an actual prayer.
Yeah, by taking bandwidth.
But the other buttons are pray every day. So I wonder if you could just schedule it to just do it for you.
Schedule
auto pray.
Yeah. It says right here.
Praying.
The Catholic crypto.
This is every morning. It'll just do an auto prayer of gracious Father, I offer you this day, blah 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 blah. Pray with others online.
Oh my God, I'm so tempted to go into that.
So there's multiplayer.
Like
where we drop the boys.
It's a message
board. Oh my God, that is going to get trolled so bad.
The last one is a donation button.
Of course. They're the Catholic Church.
I think it's cute. I think it's cute how the Catholics now have a new way to pray on boys online.
Yeah.
Look, brothers, I prayed today. Did you?
Look at this. Look at this story right here. See this other story?
Pope Francis tells abusive priests and bishops to turn themselves in. You turn yourselves in because we're not going to do any investigations. Wink, wink.
Right.
Turn yourselves in.
Otherwise, you're not going to get caught.
I don't have to investigate. I told them to turn themselves in, and it's the word of God.
Yeah, I just got here. What are you talking about? I'm Francis. You don't know me.
I didn't work my way up to the top of the Catholic Church without ever seeing abuse and saying nothing about it the entire way up.
Before we move to our next story,
has never entered the littlest of boys.
Before we cover the next story, I want to remind everyone, check out the oh man, it's going to do like an infinite regression, isn't it? Oh man, I love this shit.
Infinite awesome. Brave browser.
But yeah, check out the Brave browser. Use it to watch the show. I have it pulled up right now so you guys can see it. There's also a feature up here, this triangle up near the address bar. You can click on that. And if the creator is registered like Drunken Peasants is, you can send us basic attention tokens that way. And pretty soon you'll be able to watch ads to gain attention tokens so you can send them to us. Download it, watch the show with it. It really supports the show. They're making a big move right now, and they're rewarding creators handsomely for getting people to download and use their new browser.
We want to be part of a brave new world.
As soon as I'm done with the stream tonight with you guys, I'm going to get the Brave browser, and I will do you that solid.
All right, awesome.
I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
Go watch all your porn.
I'll tell you
what.
This is honest. We had to run an ad the other night on Twitch, and I had it all queued up through Chrome, and I tried to play it. It wouldn't work. It was being all dumb and laggy, and I literally used that browser I used the Brave browser and it worked. It saved our fucking asses.
Thank you, Brave browser.
A real question about Brave. Have you guys noticed, does it use less RAM?
It seems to use less
I stream
resources.
a lot, and I can't use a browser at the same time.
Yeah,
because it's just too much.
Chrome gets very laggy while I'm streaming. Like right now, it's very laggy. I've noticed this runs a lot better while I'm streaming, and I've got like 7 monitors running right now, and
all
sorts of shit going on.
I'm just kidding. No, that's great, because finding a browser that can handle like 2 tabs being open at the same time without wrecking your computer.
Oh, dude, I've got so many tabs open.
I've seen, look at that. I just see it right now already on the stream.
Yep.
And Brave's just like, whatever. But not only does it do that, it supports fucking Drunken Peasants. So why would you not? You're watching it now anyway.
They give us real compensation for people simply downloading and using the browser. It's the same thing with Amazon. We have Amazon links. If people are going to buy shit from Amazon anyway, we get a little bit of money from each purchase. So
I'm poor, so I don't buy anything. But if I did, I would do it through your guys' link.
Well, if you're poor, you must have a lot of free time to watch things online. Do it via the Brave browser.
Anyway,
the Brave browser through our link. We watch all the free content you want.
We've only
Brave
got
browser.
a few more left. So what's this one here?
3-year-old boy lost in woods, hung out with a bear for 2 days. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Sure did. Bullshit.
Casey Hathaway was found safe and well after sparking a massive search and rescue operation in North Carolina. A 3-year-old boy who went missing for 2 days has told his family he hung out with a bear in the woods.
You think he's just talking bullshit that a kid would say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out there with the bears and the owls and the deers.
I was out there with a bear, and then I grew a beard, and the beard itched so bad that I did shave the beard off.
Oh my god!
And I was a lumberjack.
I was a lumberjack.
Look at the previous and next stories. Smelly fruit goes on sale for £750.
Nice.
World's loneliest duck, Trevor killed by dogs.
Yeah.
So,
look at this thing at the end. Look at this.
She added, he said he hung out with a bear for 2 days. God sent him a friend to keep him a friend.
To keep him safe.
To keep him.
God.
To keep, the way they double typed a friend to keep him a friend to keep him safe.
Yeah, what
God
the
sent him a
fuck?
friend to keep him safe. God is a good God. Miracles do happen. God is good God. They've got this.
Are these cave people?
Yeah. God is good.
News.sky.com. What is this ridiculous fucking British bullshit?
World's loneliest duck, Trevor, killed by dogs. Dog is not good. God is good. Dog is not good.
Dyslexic God.
Looking for our son. He might be out there with a bear. Get on that Click to Pray app and let him know you mean business.
Empire actor Jussie Smollett hospitalized after attack. Police investigating as possible hate crime. Empire actor Jussie Smollett has been hospitalized after allegedly being brutally attacked by 2 men early Tuesday morning in what police are investigating as a possible hate crime. The Chicago Police Department told Fox News in a statement that a 36-year-old cast member from the television show Empire told him he was walking at 2 a.m. when he was approached by 2 unknown men who yelled out racial and homophobic slurs.
So this is the only thing that would make it a hate crime, because a hate crime, you have to prove intent of causing a hate crime. So the only way it could be proven that it was a hate crime is if like racial and homophobic slurs were being
if walking around in Chicago at 2 a.m. wasn't just like dangerous
bad idea
inherently.
Fox News can confirm the actor is Smollett. According to police, the actor told them the men struck him in the face with their hands and poured an unknown chemical on him before wrapping a rope around his neck.
Oh.
Yeah, they said it might be. They suspected it was bleach, but they don't know.
They're trying to turn him white. What the fuck?
The alleged victim.
We're gonna bleach you.
The alleged victim was taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital where he is being treated and is in good condition, police said. Given the severity of the allegations, we are taking this investigation very seriously and treating it as a possible hate crime, Chicago police said in a statement. Detectives are currently working to gather video, identify potential witnesses, and establish an investigative timeline.
It's crazy.
A rep for Smollett did
Just
not
don't
return.
go walking in Chicago, like
Chicago's
I wouldn't
dangerous.
recommend walking around Chicago ever, but especially at like 2 a.m.
You can walk around wherever the fuck you want and not get attacked by people and called a fucking faggot or N-word. You know, like
a what?
A fucking
a what?
Be called, you shouldn't be called. You shouldn't be called names, racially or sexually motivated names, and be have a rope wrapped around your neck. You don't just find a guy and like this guy has a history of like social justice commentary. He put out a music video that was like calling out like racism and stuff.
I really don't know anything about it.
Yeah, so he has people who send him hate and shit online already, right? So it sounds like this guy could have been anywhere at any time, and these guys would have found him because
I would just imagine that he's also just because the show he's on is pretty popular, I think.
Yeah.
He could be just a target. I mean, you would see that guy walking around at 2 a.m. in Chicago. It's like, oh, well, there's some money walking around. We could rob him.
Well, I don't think that them having a noose on hand means they were trying to just rob him, right? This was a targeted attack. They had a fucking noose, and they targeted a celebrity that has a history of social politics, right? Like
he does?
So yeah, they were gunning for him.
Yeah, he put out a music video not too long ago that was about like social political questioning. I think he called out Donald Trump in certain ways. He was saying like how can they feel like the world it's like the world is a bad place is what it's called. Like how can we feel safe with a president like this type of thing. I thought it was a good song. You know, the message is kind of heavy and it's not for everybody, especially if you don't think that those problems are as big of a problem to you as other problems in America, which is why you wear a Make America Great Again hat, because your life sucks and you don't care about other people's lives because you want your life to be better, and everybody calls you a fucking racist or a Klansman wearing a modern day Klan hat, and you're like, well, I'm not a Klansman. I just wear this hat because my life used to be better and it's not anymore. And they separate everybody with the fucking blame game. All right, but these guys.
Oh,
if
is that the FBI knocking on your door because you figured out the game?
Probably. if these guys attack this guy and put a noose and fucking threw bleach on him or whatever it was, to a whitening agent, whatever they threw on him, I don't know. But if they put a fucking noose around his neck and said hateful racial things, it's a hate crime.
Do you remember in Chicago when the black kids kidnapped that retarded guy?
Yeah.
And like did all that weird shit to him on video live?
Yeah. There was like a live stream, and it was like the kid was
it's like a year or two ago.
Mentally disturbed. Yeah, it was after Trump won, kind of, right?
Yeah,
and it was like they were like, you fucking, and they're just beating the shit and slapping the shit out of this fucking kid. And
he was like retarded or something.
He had mental challenges, and it was fucked up. And people were just like, "Wow, leave those kids alone. Kids being kids." There was a lot of people defending them, right? And it's like, hold on,
stupid people.
Yeah,
they got arrested though, right?
I believe they did. Yeah, it was all on video, so this is like dead to rights evidence, you would hope.
Yeah, it's like robbing a bank while live streaming. Like a bank robbery is like an IRL stream or something. Like, no, you're committing.
Somebody in the chat says that they cut that kid's part of his scalp off and made him drink piss. Was it that
I think
bad?
So,
really?
Yeah, it was. Really
it was
bad.
that bad.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't care what political motivations you have. You don't. That's just like horrible.
Yeah, I don't care what political motivations.
That's torture and kidnapping.
Yeah, I don't think political motivations.
Fucked up.
I don't think you should have to defend acts like this because they align with your political motivations.
I think there's also a more severe penalty when you do it to someone who's disabled.
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially
to be fair though,
somebody that's
disabled. The guy was white, so he did have privilege.
I'd do it to Dave because he's a prick. But
so someone said they got arrested, but no.
Allan pretty badly.
Check this out though.
Funny.
And I believe this is true. Someone in the chat said they got arrested, but no hate crime charges. Yeah, the shit that they were saying in that video should have been hate crime charges.
If you're gonna hate crime something, that
they were torturing. They were torturing this retarded guy that they kidnapped, and they were saying like racist shit against him, but they didn't get it. That's a very good point. It's a very insane fucking point. That certain people can get charged with hate crimes, but others can't.
I somehow missed this, but
Oh, it was people were outraged by it. But yeah, there were people trying to say, well, whatever. Yeah, it's okay to abduct retarded people and torture them.
I don't think
they're
we should be focusing on these children. Like, I was like, hold up, like, why not?
Look, they're disabled. It's not like they're going to remember it anyway. Am I right? Am I right?
True.
Welcome to AM 990.
Yeah. Home of Rush Radio. There's a fucking station like that in every major market in the entire country.
Oh yeah,
Glenn Beck in the
one we have here
morning.
is called the Patriot.
Glenn Beck,
960, and then we've also got 550 too.
Yeah.
We got two. We have two.
You got
It's
Michael
Arizona,
Savage.
so.
Michael Savage at night, and there's Mark Levin. Coast to
Yeah,
Coast
that's
AM
what
at
Mark
like
Levin
2
is.
a.m. Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah, that's
that's the best part, though.
Oh yeah, that's the only good show.
Coast to
but
Coast.
I used to
That's
listen
good
to
shit.
I used to listen to Michael Savage, like not because I agreed with him, just because I love to hear the propaganda. It's so great. Yeah.
When I was in school when I was in college to get the degree I have now, what I would listen to every lunch break when I would go to lunch, I had an hour lunch. It was Rush Limbaugh, and I hated the guy, but listening to the shit that he would say and the shit he would peddle was amazing.
Yep.
It was almost like a mild Alex Jones.
Yeah, I mean, he was a precursor to that for sure. We only got a few more to cover here. Quick reminder to everybody, when this stream ends in about 10 minutes here, we are going over to Twitch. There's a link down in the description to check out our Twitch channel. We're all going over there. We're going to do more shit there. We're going to watch videos. We're going to do Troll or Not a Troll and Crazy People. So those segments are going to be done over on Twitch tonight. And also on the post show, if you are a patron and you qualify, you're going to get to be part of the show too. We're going to be bringing people in to talk to us about various things. So don't miss it. Go over to Twitch after this stream.
Or if you're watching this pre-recorded, become a patron and watch the Twitch show when it gets uploaded.
Ben, what is it? Is it like twitch.tv/like Drunken Peasants?
Yes, that's what it is. And we'll be going over there to do our post show. We're going to do stuff completely different than what we did over here tonight. Diversification, guys.
We're going to jerk off.
Yeah, well, Twitch has the word, like, they're even more strict against nudity there than YouTube.
Well, it's just going to be the base of the shaft.
Finger blast your
We've already talked about this. It's just the base of the shaft.
Oh, okay.
Woman in Connecticut drove drunk on vanilla extract. Police say.
Vanilla extract is pretty high in alcohol.
Yeah, super
alcohol. Yeah, it'll fuck you up.
Alan knows.
A 50-year-old Connecticut woman was arrested last week after driving under the influence of vanilla extract. According to Hearst, Connecticut media, New Canaan police found Stephanie Warner-Grice sitting in a car with her eyes closed on Wednesday. Authorities said they found several bottles of pure vanilla extract, which contains a significant amount of alcohol inside her vehicle.
Was she actually driving, or was she just sitting in her car? Because, if you're not driving and no one saw you driving, I don't think they should be able to charge you with a DUI or anything like that.
No, they do the thing where it's like, keys were in your possession, therefore DUI.
Oh, man, they should, like, if I'm drunk and I don't want, and I know I shouldn't be driving, but I don't have anywhere to lay down and sleep it off, I should be able to lay down in the back seat of my car and sleep it off.
I'm sure that's what this woman was thinking after she drank 7 bottles of vanilla extract.
Well, yeah.
I should have had the defense of, look, I wasn't drunk. You found me on the side of the road next to my rolled over truck. Therefore, I'm innocent. You can't prove I was driving.
Well,
actually, I used that defense. It didn't work. I got laughed out of court. But
they say if the keys are in the ignition, right?
Okay, what if they're not? What if you're sleeping in the back seat of your car?
I think that's not
no. What they
legal.
say is like throw them in the trunk or put them in like the gas door.
Really?
That's so dumb. If the car isn't running and it's not warm, like you could tell it hasn't been driven. I think they should give you a pass on that. I think it's safer that way, right?
Well, you can pop them if you're in it. You can just pop the trunk open again, or even the gas door. Usually those lock nowadays, so you can just put them in there. And if you do that, they're outside of the cabin of the vehicle. Therefore, you're not a driver at that point.
The keys, therefore you can't operate the vehicle.
I'm just not drinking in my fucking car ever. That's
like
so
people that
bad.
pass out in their car in front of a bar. Yeah, you're fucked.
Really?
But if you did the same thing but put your keys in the trunk and fell asleep, you're not so much fucked.
You're fucked because
they
your
can't
keys
prove
are
that
in
you
your
had
trunk.
intent to drive.
They smelled vanilla on her breath. Her speech was slurred and she was unable to answer basic questions. The Food and Drug Administration says that pure vanilla extract must contain 35% alcohol. Hearst, Connecticut Media reports McCormick's pure vanilla extract contains 41%. That's 82 proof.
Yeah.
Warner Grimes was arrested after failing field sobriety tests. The woman was later released on a promise to appear in court.
A promise to appear.
Yeah, that's just kind of a weird
show.
All we can really say about that is, isn't that weird?
Have you ever done anything that alcoholic, Ben?
Oh yeah,
Where
I've
you
drank
drank vanilla
Everclear. I've drank Everclear before, so that's like 95%. And I've drank like homemade shit that people have made.
I've had Everclear before and moonshine too, but like this is like something that's not intended to be drank, right?
Yeah, I don't do that. Like I'm not drinking Listerine. A lot of homeless people when I used to live in Albuquerque, a lot of homeless people there would be drinking Listerine and shit. It was really weird.
Scope. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
You guys, I think what Joe Arpaio is pretty well known throughout the country.
Yeah.
He was our sheriff where we lived, and he had that whole tent city deal going on where like, well, if our military people can live through it, so can our inmates. I got to tell you why I had to live. I had to live in his weird tent thing for 6 weeks during an Arizona summer with no air conditioning or anything. It was fucked. Like, lesson learned, dude. You just don't do that. You don't do that if you got to live in like 120 degrees in a tent. No,
Yeah,
you do, Dave.
Yeah, you do it all over again, Alan.
When?
You're doing the same goddamn thing. Got you landed there.
Ooh.
Oh damn.
Man, you son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Thought I could trust him. You're not my confidant anymore, Dave. Fuck you.
Yeah, like that's a secret.
Man finds authentic World War II hand grenade while magnet fishing in Florida.
Oh.
I was magnet fishing. Authorities in Florida were notified about a hand grenade found by a man while he was magnet fishing, police said Saturday. The unidentified individual found the item while magnet fishing in Ocklawaha, after which he put it in his trunk and drove to Taco Bell prior to calling 911. The Ocala Police Department said on Twitter, magnet fishing for the uninitiated is defined by various enthusiast websites as using a strong magnet to retrieve ferrous metal objects hidden or lost underwater. A bomb squad
People
was called.
do that a lot in Europe to do World War II like relic hunting.
Yeah.
They'll like find bonds and shit. He kind of just did the same thing.
Yeah. A bomb squad was called to the scene for the situation and the Taco Bell was evacuated, police said.
Taco Bell.
The device was determined to be an authentic World War II hand grenade and the establishment was reopened, the department said in a follow-up tweet. Update. This has been verified as an authentic World War II hand grenade. The bomb squad removed the grenade without incident and advised it would be disposed of properly. Taco Bell has reopened. The Ocala Police Department posted on Twitter.
Holy shit.
The bomb squad.
I don't
removed the
care if there's a
without
hand grenade
incident.
found, but when's that Taco Bell opening up again?
Yeah, that was the most important part. Everyone was like,
It was.
all white knuckled, sitting there like, when the fuck's Taco Bell coming back? I'm starving.
Where was that? That was in the States?
Florida.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Florida man fishes for bomb with magnet.
Ardrich, $5. Fine, I'll get Blue Chew, but I'm only using it when masturbating. Yeah, we read that earlier, didn't we?
Okay.
Uranium hot dog, $2. I live in the warm safety of New Mexico. Enjoy the cold. I used to live in New Mexico too, and I mean, depending on where you live in New Mexico, it could get way colder there than it would here. Usually here it's like in the 50s.
It's a desert, so it could get cold as
It
fuck
can
at
get
night.
cold, especially up in the mountains. See, that's like one thing about New Mexico that's different than Arizona is New Mexico has way more mountains, way taller mountains.
Well, we have Flagstaff.
That's
it.
it.
Fucking
Yeah, that's all you got.
gross up there.
That's all you got. I mean, like, well, think about it, because like New Mexico is right below Colorado, so like northern New Mexico is just crazy mountainous, and actually Albuquerque's at the same elevation as Denver, so it's like a mile high, and then Santa Fe's like, when you drive to Santa Fe from Albuquerque, you're basically driving uphill the whole time. You can feel your car just
driving from Phoenix to Flagstaff. You burn like a tank of gas, but coming back, you use a half a tank.
Phoenix is at a very low elevation, though. That's why it's so hot there. You know,
1,500.
Yeah, we're in a valley where it's a pressure cooker. We all suffer through this horrible, immense heat for like 3 months, and then we have the best year ever outside of it.
Negative Amaya sent us $1. I wasn't able to watch your stream today, so enjoy that chicken. Thank you. That's the one who sent us the chicken. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. Uranium hot dog. Show Father Ophelia your holy body. Father Ophelia. Ardrich, $5. Come on, people. Let's at least get to 100.
Close. Close.
I'm going to do a few things here, and we'll get things situated before we make the move over to Twitch. Before we leave YouTube, anything you guys got going on soon that you might want to make people aware of or anything like that?
For us, we have an episode every Tuesday. You can find that at nfhcpodcast.com or on YouTube. We have NFHC Podcast every Tuesday. Our Patreon, we do a bonus episode every month. And that's at patreon.com/NFHC Podcast. We have a Discord, we have a Facebook, we have a Twitter. It's all NFHC Podcast, easy to find. There's always something going on. And each of us, except for Dave, because Dave sucks, we have a Twitch. And we play PUBG or Battlefield 5 or Black Ops 4 right now. Those are our 3 mainliners. And we're on a lot. Playing games. We usually do like 4 to 5 hour long streams. Almost every night, if not each and every night. And you can find all that information at nfhcpodcast.com.
Awesome.
We're around. We're busy.
You don't like wrestling, so people don't have to worry about that over there.
Yeah.
No. And we rarely do politics, so there's no wrestling and very little wrestling.
Yeah,
so
wrestling is so divisive, too. Like, there's our fans that really love it, and then there's our fans that don't want to hear us even mention that it exists.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the middle.
Yeah.
There's no casual wrestling fan
There
ever.
are.
No way.
All right.
There are, but it's weird. Usually it's kids these days. They appeal to kids because they're, after they became a publicly traded company, and then Vince McMahon's wife, who was also the CEO of the company for a while, wanted to get into politics. They went family friendly. They stopped doing the elderly women giving birth to hands and people fucking corpses in caskets and, like bra and panties matches. People getting naked kind of shit. A lot of sexual imagery. They got rid of all that shit.
I remember at the Royal Rumble, we were sitting there, and out of nowhere, a leprechaun runs from out under the ring and chased some broad up the ramp. And I looked over at Dave. I was like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" And he's like, "I have no idea."
You should have taken acid or something.
It was bizarre.
So that's like a repeat bit, then, huh?
I mean,
it is.
That's Hornswoggle. That's the leprechaun's name. I mean, like, it's a carny business, That's what it is. It came from carnivals originally.
Yeah. But Dave and I were being so critical and critiquing everything that was happening for the first 3 hours. And I remember there was this dad in front of us with his 2 sons. And every time we'd make some really shitty remark, he'd shake his head and just God damn it. Because we were literally ruining it for his kids. And then I felt like an asshole.
So you do sound like wrestling fans.
Sorry.
It's true. A lot of wrestling fans
turn heel on them.
A lot of wrestling fans are overly critical of it too. So, but yeah, I think we'll see all you guys on Twitch in a couple minutes here. Go over there, get in the chat. If we're hosting someone, go follow them too in case you're not, because we host a lot of people on Twitch, so chances are if you get there, someone else will be on there, but we'll be on there in a few minutes here. See you guys soon.
Brah.
Later.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.
BlueChew.com brings you the first chewable with FDA-approved active ingredients to enhance your performance in the bedroom. Blue Chew isn't just for guys with dysfunction, it's for any guy who wants to get extra confidence in bed. Blue Chew is prescribed online and shipped straight to your door. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use promo code PEASANTS. That's PEASANTS. Just pay $5 shipping at BlueChew.com. BLUE Chew.com. Promo code's PEASANTS. Try it for free.